Good afternoon. It is 2:59. I'm Joseph Badano, live from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. The Dolphins and seven-time Pro Bowl cornerback Jalen Ramsey are mutually set to explore trade options, according to Ian Rappaport. Dolphins GM Chris Greer confirmed this at his pre-draft press conference, saying, "We decided it was probably in the best interest for all parties to move forward." Ramsey, a 2016 first-round pick, was traded to the Dolphins from the Rams in 2023. Another retirement in the NFL is five-time All-Pro and eight-time Pro Bowler Tyron Smith is set to sign a one-day contract with the Dallas Cowboys and retire with the team tomorrow. Smith spent 13 seasons in Dallas before playing his final season last year with the New York Jets. Tennessee baseball is back in action tonight against Bellarmine to start a 5-game homestand. First pitch for that one is set for 5 p.m. For your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home, the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5, The Zone. Prince already with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. We're stacking beautiful days after that rainy-ass week last week. Can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
What up, homie?
We're live, baby. We're doing live.
That's right.
Dog Davenport is here, y'all.
I'm in the building.
You are in the building.
Barely.
Wait, you're wearing a sweatshirt. It's not sweatshirt weather.
Dude, it is
In our
windy
car, yes.
and cold. Slay rode with me today, so I had a little
drove?
head incident today.
Babsy drove.
Babsy
I
drove
drove.
after her head incident.
The magical car.
She knocked herself out again.
Yeah.
I've never done it in my life. She's done it twice in a month.
I mean, it could be 3 and 6 months, right?
It's true.
I don't know how it happens. This time I was like cleaning under the deck because, our backyard
Cleaning
is
under
a
the-
disaster because it's
Cleaning
like old
under the
pool
deck?
stuff. I'm
That's
like,
not
what
you.
is? I know, but I just got sick of it.
Wait, what was your husband doing while you were cleaning under the deck?
Do you really want to know?
I already know.
He was golfing. He is golfing.
That was a
like a good
leading.
time.
That was a leading question, Babs, to put harder in something.
Now, in
in a
his
box.
defense,
Sound like a
I
small
called
move.
him and told him that I just knocked myself out again. Do I need to go to the hospital? And he did offer to come home and take me.
Thank God for your dog that wants to kill everybody except you and wants to save your life.
Yeah, he came and woke me up. Like, are you okay, Mom?
And listen, risk reward. Under the deck.
How'd you do it again?
How much you got paid for somebody to do that?
What?
Clean under the deck?
What it-
Yeah, no, this.
I need junk. What is the junk removal?
It's-
Yeah, 1-800-JUMP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
They're good.
1-800-something junk.
I've used them before.
They come in and get it done, don't they?
They get it done.
Well, this time I was worried
About to
because
do it again.
I hit the side of my head. Like, of course, then you Google it and you medical WebMD it. And then it's like, oh, there's a
These are all
major
things
artery
Babsy
on that
does,
side. And I'm like, oh, great. But then I took Slay. I went and picked up Slay. So I felt better. Like if something
So
happened to
my
me,
text on this
And I
deal.
thank you.
Slay was
Like,
there.
I don't even I don't ask questions, but Slay was like, can I get a ride, Babsy? If not, I'll Uber in. And I'm like, hey man, if she's gonna pick you up after today, you better drive.
He asked,
Yeah, I did ask when I got to the car.
you want me to
Like,
drive?
what's
No, I'm
wrong?
good.
I'm nervous
You
riding in a
sure,
vehicle.
Babsy?
I'm nervous riding in her truck when she's 100% good.
I actually think I was probably better today because I had to focus.
Okay. I've heard that one before in other situations. But
It's a tedious situation right now.
Slay Dog is here, y'all.
I'm in the building.
He made it. Car ain't got no roof.
Our guy Butter just came in. He was like, are y'all on? I'm like, yeah.
Hey, guess what? Y'all want to
What?
hear something silly?
Who's in the hall?
That's our guy, Whitlock.
Whitlock's in the hall
Jason
again?
Whitlock is in the hallway. It's going down. We can hear first round pick. Who you want number one
Is he
pick?
coming in here?
Absolutely coming in.
Oh, my goodness.
Shouldn't he?
The
Who,
unbooked
Jason
guest.
Whitlock?
Yeah,
The
Whitlock.
What did I
unbooked-
say?
Whitler.
No. Oh.
You just said it fast.
I mean, I hit
blame it
my
on
head
the
today.
head. Brain
I hit my
cloud.
head today.
Brain cloud.
Hey, so
I now have an excuse today for when I screw up.
you know I get on people about pronunciations.
You do?
Yeah,
No,
you're not
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Because I always try to stop myself and catch myself.
You catch yourself on a lot of things.
On salmon.
Yeah, this is something similar. So I was getting my truck detailed.
Yeah.
So I called Savage, and I'm telling Savage.
I thought your guy would like come here to do it. I need mine
No, I'm
done.
getting some extra on this.
Oh,
one.
extra. Okay.
So
I need
I
mine
was
done.
going to say, I need to get him.
She's got.
he's-
we haven't even told that story.
Nah, yeah, that's a story that should be.
Babs
told.
has another story that blows all the other stories.
I probably just sat in it, but
You probably did.
so
You want
the
me to look?
wax coating. No, just leave it. The wax coating that it was getting done. I said, hey, you want to Savage? You done never had this ceramic wax coating on your truck?
Ceramic.
He
You mean
said,
ceramic?
Let me tell the story. Zeph. You're so ahead of
See,
it.
Zeph's back from
Like,
vacation.
he's like, what, you mean ceramic? No, I don't mean ceramic. I mean ceramic. So I tell Savage, he was like, well, no, I ain't never had the, what'd you say, ceramic? Ceramic wax coating? He was like, did you mean ceramic? I said, yeah, but I'm just going to stick with ceramic. You going to do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I do. And hung on up. Like, I'm out of here, dog. Like, so, yeah, that was my little mess up for today,
Did
man.
he text you later and give you crap about it?
Um,
Or should we just give you crap about
No, he did. You know, he laughed, told Keisha, hey, come here, guess what Ron just said? I'm like,
He didn't call you Ron.
yeah.
There's no way he called you
Was
Ron.
it-
Call me Lil
What's-
Ron. That's the
Oh,
that's
man.
the pop side of the family. Lil Ron or Savage, one of the two.
Savage.
But yeah, so that was my
gotcha.
little mess up for today.
So the other Babs story,
Yeah, a lot of people saw it.
a lot of people saw it. Oh, you put it on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
That's right. So Babs, she left her window down just a smidge, man. Like
Just a little bit.
like 3 inches. I mean, just 3
I mean, it
inches.
was tiny.
3 inches will get you in trouble.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
That's all
Mayor,
it takes.
Mayor.
It doesn't take more than just 3 inches on that window. And can I tell the whole story? Like
Yeah.
you went to get a princess castle,
Yeah.
and it was so.
From our neighbors.
So I'm like, okay, you're putting it in the back of the truck, and she was like, yeah, and I got Travis to go with me so he could sit in the back, and I said, hold it down.
It was
she
like
goes,
an
yeah.
8-foot castle. I had no idea it was that big. It's like we have this wonderful family whose girls are a little bit older, and so we get all their hand-me-downs.
And then
which is
you hand
awesome.
your stuff down to people in this building, which is really good.
Correct. Yes, we're just.
I saw her after the show the other
recycling.
day. I'm sitting there talking to Hunter in the lobby, and she walks through because there was a dead bird on the front porch outside.
How you send
Speaking
a picture
of.
of that?
I sent you a picture because I've talked about this on the show. Like you see millions of birds every day, but you hardly ever see dead ones. Well, I saw a dead one right outside. It had hit the window, I guess, and so Hunter was like, "Yeah." He's so matter of fact. He's like, to be able to fly, they've got like really little bones and they're frail. And I'm like, okay, Hunter. Yeah, I know.
Thanks, Hunter.
Thank you for this education on birds and how they die when they hit the window. But sometimes, have you ever seen a bird hit a window and then like fall flat and you think it's dead, and then like after a few minutes it like shakes its head and then flies away?
Yeah.
Because it got concussed.
Yeah, concussion.
Like Babs.
Hey, I feel him.
This
Feel
one,
him.
no, it's 2 days in a row this thing is out there. But here comes Babs with like this big bag of stuff. She's like, oh, I'm giving this to Tanya because y'all's daughters are a couple of years apart, right? So like it fits in well. So yeah, there you go. So anyway,
Pass the clothes along.
she had the window down.
Because I was making sure, because I was driving this castle back home.
With her husband in the back, and she was yelling at Travis, like, "Are you good? Are you good? Are you good?"
Oh, sorry, I forgot you were back there. I'll slow down.
So then she parks
I
and
needed
leaves
to
the
hear
window
him.
open. So a bird flies through the 3-inch crack overnight and gets trapped inside the truck.
I'm like,
And-
you got in. Can't you get yourself out?
Not
No.
before they leave a nice poop coating all over everything.
Everything.
I didn't even think about it when I got in.
So when you get pooped on by a bird, it's supposed to be good luck. But when they poop all over your truck inside,
That's not good.
And by the way, that whole good luck thing, that's, you know what that is? You know what it is? Brian Callahan, I would like for you to tell me what that is. That's right. Thank you, Callie. Thank you. Exactly.
Patricia on YouTube, Dawn, please be careful. You're too important to everyone. That is true.
Oh,
Very true.
thanks,
I don't know why she keeps getting herself in these situations.
Yep.
I don't know why I keep hitting my head. I mean, seriously, I probably have had more concussions this year than a college football player.
I know. You should be thinking about retirement
That's true.
from like homeowner crap.
Retirement from
Call a
working,
guy.
doing anything.
1-800 call a guy.
Put them on the
That
line.
should be a business.
Here you go.
To where you don't have to find like your specific business, just like, hey, listen, I ordered these cheap tables on Amazon and
Can you return
Mr.
them for
Babs
me?
is trying to put them together and it's a debacle. Can I call a guy to come do it?
Yeah. 1-800
It was
call
a commercial. It was a commercial for that. Remember when they subbed in? Josh Dobbs was in one of the commercials.
Really?
Yep. I gotta
What,
pull
if
it
you
up.
need a rocket scientist, Josh Dobbs is here?
Just like a sub-in guy. A guy was hanging up a painting and couldn't get it right.
Oh, yeah.
on the
Those are good
commercial.
spots.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett was one of them.
Jacoby was
Oh.
one. Yep.
He was doing taxes.
Oh, so it's just second tier quarterbacks?
I guess so.
I like it.
So anyway, you wrote
Will
in with that.
Levis, we have your next ad.
I was glad when I walked up and saw y'all sitting in the truck. I was like, good, because I was worried.
Yeah,
I
we
made it. I made it.
We made it, Babs.
I did have concussion symptoms. I do have concussion symptoms. Not as bad. You know what?
He's
I
fighting
didn't
it.
have to get a bunch of staples in my head this time.
That's
so.
right.
Not yet, but if you went in, they might have to investigate. I don't know.
This got a little bump.
Of course, what do you do right after it happens? What do? You do what you do. You get online. WebMD.
I know. I'm like,
Let
I'm
me Google
dying.
this.
I'm dying. I'm dead.
So I would never do that.
All I wanted to
Just
do
gonna
was
sit
go
there
take a
and-
nap, but you can't take a nap.
Yeah, I would lay it on down.
You're not supposed to take a nap with a concussion
Really?
because you could die.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that what happened with Bob Saget?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
The actor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, he had just gotten the COVID vax.
But allegedly he hit his head
Hit his head in the hotel
in the hotel shower.
and then went to sleep.
didn't think of anything of it and then went to sleep and never woke up.
It's funny about that guy too. I always found this
Dang.
interesting about him because he was on that family show and he was like
America's
the most
Funniest Home
dad.
Videos.
Yeah.
America's
Yeah.
Funniest Home Videos, but also Full
Had
House.
Baby Babs watched it this morning.
Full House though, where he was
Oh,
like
yeah.
the
All-American Dad.
The dorky
yes,
dad.
the dorky dad.
Yep.
But
Like
you
he
go
was
see
about
his
6'7",
stand up.
too.
Oh man, that dude is cold.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine.
It's
During a
not
break,
clean like
pull it up.
Bargatze?
oh, he no,
No?
All the way opposite.
he's
end.
going at you.
I'd check it out.
Do you think I need to wear a helmet when I'm doing things around the
Man,
house?
I told you I have a couple
know-
of Titans helmets that they've given me over the years.
Yeah, Zeph
For
said
doing
a bike
events?
helmet.
Yeah, bike helmet.
Yeah, I told her go in the garage and find a bike helmet just for today
On the baby
before we can get her a Guardian cap.
I do have a nice
The
Frozen
Guardian cap
one. I
would be
should've
good.
worn that. Yeah.
That'll be good. You look like on what's my movie? Spaceballs.
Yes.
When they got the little helmet on.
My favorite part is because everybody's done this. When John Candy, God rest his soul, when he tries to get out of the spaceship and he forgot to unbuckle the belt,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "Oh, that's going to leave a mark."
Yeah. He was floating too.
Because we've all done that. Trying to get out, it's like, "Oh,
I actually always take mine off.
always." Not one time have you done that. Okay.
I always forget my phone is
You know
on my
what's about
lap.
to happen then?
What?
You're about to do it.
No.
Yeah, we live in the Matrix.
No. My phone is the only thing that always get me.
So there's a story out there that from On 3 that we talked about this yesterday. Because of timing and how everything went down, did Nico actually lose money in the deal? Maybe.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Maybe.
What'd you say, Slay?
Yeah.
No leverage.
He lost
Lost all the leverage.
all his leverage.
So now there are reports that multiple teams are interested if the price goes down to $1 million. North Carolina out, Tulane out.
Guess what? That's the land. That's the lane you live in.
This is going to be the case study, man,
Lose the leverage, and this is what happens.
on every bit of it. Every element to this story, how lawyers look at it, how
Free
players
enterprise,
look at
baby.
it, how parents look at it.
Like we
Where
was
is
just talking
he
about the
gonna
market.
play next year?
Now your market is down.
Yeah.
Shannon Terry said on Twitter, what if he ends up back at Tennessee?
Man, do you know?
There's no way
There's no way that could happen.
There's no.
They'd have to have cameras in that locker room when he addressed the team.
No.
You
I don't even
have
know how you
to-
can spin that. I don't know
Once
how you
you
can spin
cut
it.
your ties, you got to cut.
Yeah, I don't know how you
you're-
could
you're
even
done.
spin that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He would
got an
have to
earthly
walk away
idea.
from his family if he wanted to come back to Tennessee. Like, he would have to cut
Somebody
ties
would
with
have
his
to take the
family.
blame. Yep, it would have
There's
to be
no way
something like
Josh
that.
Heupel could allow that to happen and not lose the team.
We've
Yeah,
been
that-
around Josh Heupel enough to know that ain't him.
No.
Once he walked off that field and said, "Has anybody heard from Nico?" and they said no, and he decided that's it.
Dog.
That's
He's
it.
done. Decision made. And,
then
rightfully
players
so,
start-
honestly.
And then players start talking about it. Yeah. Anyway, I thought that was funny.
Talking about how nobody blinked.
The internet's funny.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shannon Terry, for that bit of entertainment. Also, thank you, Shannon Terry, for coming on the show yesterday.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
And saying, do not blame the athlete for this system. Also, Chris Lowe. Coming up next, we'll talk Titans football. The draft is 9 days away.
Oh
9.
my gosh, I can't wait. I'm like a kid at Christmas. Am I the only one? Is there any other Titan
No.
fan out there that is so excited about this?
What I'm intrigued by, number one, yes, Cam Ward. And look, historically speaking, we do get the number one draft pick on the show that day. So we will, or the next day, we will work on that, having that next Friday.
I don't know. Robbie's gone.
But Robbie is gone.
That is
That's a good
true.
point. But anyway,
Dang.
aside from that, I'm really interested to see how this quarterback situation works out because now the Giants are working out all the quarterbacks. They brought in Jalen
At the
Milroe.
last minute.
They brought in Jalen Milroe, or are bringing in.
See smoke screens.
There's a lot of smoke with regard to that guy. All right, more 3HL next. Jim Wyatt on 104.5 This One. I want to tell you about United Structural Systems, man. With all that rain we had the last couple of weeks, I know a lot of y'all are dealing with waterproofing. I've got your easy scenario because, man, I know what goes through your head. There's a lot of what do I do? And there's a lot of anxiety. And it doesn't have to be that way. USS is there for you. United Structural System. Just check them out online, USSTN.com. More than 30,000 100% satisfied residential customers. And here's how they have made that happen. When USS comes to your house, you are getting problem solvers who provide peace of mind to their customers, the homeowner. You are not getting someone who is worried about meeting a sales quota or upselling the next big thing, but someone there to educate you and help you understand what's happening with your home. At USS, their only measure of success is how satisfied the homeowner is, not a closing ratio. This attitude and culture is the reason they keep employees year after year, from project managers to customer service to production. Some have even been at USS for more than 25 years. So waterproofing symptoms, standing water in the crawl spaces, musty odors or floor joist with wood rot, cracks in basement flooring, hardwood floors cupping. Your house may be trying to tell you something. Putting off a moisture issue in your home is bad for your health. It could lead to more expensive repairs down the road. USS is here to help you. Homeowners trust USS, keeping homes dry and stable. We guarantee our best. Call USS. Serving Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, and Western Kentucky. Online at USSTN.com or call 615-488-7855. That's USSTN.com. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. We're going to move Jim White a little bit. We found somebody straggling through the hallways. Jason Whitlock in the studio.
Travis Hunter's biggest fan for the number one pick. Travis Hunter's biggest fan for the number one pick is in the building.
So
Get out of here. That's how you're going to start it off?
Yeah.
Let's start there. Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter getting their numbers retired at Colorado. I get the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yes.
I don't know about the quarterback where they've gone 13 and 12 in the last 2 years with him.
13 and 12. I believe he's the 7th all-time leading passer in Tennessee history, just below Joel Klatt.
In Colorado history.
Colorado history.
Yeah.
Who did I say? Anyway.
Joel Klatt.
Yeah, just above Joel Klatt.
Okay.
Huh.
Look, what I talked about today is like, who's making a bigger fool of himself? Deion Sanders putting his son in the Colorado Hall of Famer retiring his number, or Bill Belichick letting his sugar baby coach at North Carolina? These coaches are out of control. These guys have made too much money. They've lost their mind.
They're doing
and so they just do whatever they want to do.
There you go.
See,
Well,
I had a different take on it, though.
Which one?
she's cool with the girlfriend.
I'm cool with the girlfriend.
Coaching or on this in
She was-
boots?
no,
But
no,
yeah,
no.
is she coaching?
Okay. No,
I don't
she's
know
not.
what she's
No.
filming.
She's micing them up.
You know what she was doing? She was miking him up because nobody else wants to deal with him because he's a pain in the you-know-what. So they're like, here, go mic
like,
your
"I got
boyfriend up." She's like, I got it. Now, should she have worn a different outfit on a football field? Perhaps, yes.
The boots, the
that
short
was-
shorts. What's that
was a
coat called,
questionable
Don? What is that
decision.
coat? What kind of coat is that?
Bad decision.
Was that, were the birds? Did we have boots with the fur? Is that what we had?
No.
It was something.
It was something. Looked like something out of a movie. But listen, if 73-year-old Bill Belichick wants
what
to
he
have a
is?
sugar baby,
Sugar.
I don't have a problem with it. A 40-year-old, a 42-year-old, a 38-year-old, a granddaughter,
Yeah.
24, a grad student. That's like who's
Well, he's asking what's love. That's what he's saying.
What?
What's the age on love? I think that's
Love-
what he's saying.
what-
That's what Belichick's saying.
I don't want to stereotype anybody in here, but I would assume Slay, like me, has seen the Malcolm X movie.
Yes.
Elijah Muhammad, half your age plus 7. Bill Belichick should have a nice
You gotta see it.
42-year-old, 43-year-old, and no one would, and a 40-year-old would dress properly in that situation. She may show up on the field, but she'd be dressed like a mature woman, not someone who wants to entice the players on the field. And Ron, I know, and Brent, I don't know your history as much, but Ron,
Yeah.
you know how competitive it is inside of a locker room.
Oh, the first conversation is, hey, yeah, probably so. I would.
Yes,
They're gonna shoot.
and so they're gonna
Guys are
shoot.
shooting.
They're gonna take their
Yeah.
shot because they
Yeah.
want to brag
It's
about it.
Social media, people following, that wasn't following. It's like, what are we doing? This is the coach, y'all.
Okay,
Leave
let
it
me
alone.
ask you this, though. Are you surprised with Bill Belichick?
Yes,
What?
he was the no distraction guy, and he's brought his girlfriend
but he
in as
was
a distraction.
He was the fake no distraction guy. I mean, we saw the ring video of him leaving with his shirt off and some
did.
young
He did.
No.
woman's house.
Don, let me tell you what's happened there. This is all new over the last year and a half. Bill Belichick is so irate that he got run out of there, New England, for Gerard Mayo, someone I don't think he respected as a coach and had inside information. He's so irate. And then he gets even more irate when they go through a hiring cycle. He's got 6 Super Bowl rings, and he can't get any NFL job. And so he's just said, F it. I don't care what they think about me. I'm going to live my best life, and I don't care what people think about me. This is a tantrum. This is worse than a midlife crisis. It's a late life crisis where his insecurity and he's just moved off into
Listen.
I don't care.
Robert De Niro and Al Pacino just have babies in their 90s.
Did.
In their 90s.
What was it, octogenarians?
No, that's 80s.
Oh, that was 80s. Well, they passed that up. Huh?
So do you think he'll succeed as a coach?
No,
on the
I
college
think
level?
this is the indication that he doesn't really care about coaching at this point. He wants money. He wants the attention. He wants his young girlfriend. And at some point, he'll trade her in and get a newer model or a different model of a young sugar baby. I can't believe. Don, you have no problem with this?
I mean, do I think it's questionable decision making on every part of it? Yeah, but I don't know. I guess I just don't care.
I had respect for Bill Belichick, and I've lost it.
Oh, no. See, I never did, so.
and
She never did.
I mean, and
So we're good
I mean,
there.
just keeping it real. I mean, I like young women, you know.
Well, there's
10 to
there's a
15
t-shirt.
years younger than me. I don't like children. And that's when you go to
the
24.
whole thing
it's
is
like-
a little creepy,
Yeah.
but I also feel like it's all a reality show, right?
If there's any 40-year-old women out there listening right now, hop in my DMs. Any 40-year-old IG models, hop in my DMs.
That's why you
hop
came
in
in
my
here.
DMs. Don't y'all have
So this-
IG models that listen to this show?
This is why you came in here.
Yes.
How old are you, Whitlock?
I'm 57.
Okay, there you go. All right, 57.
Yeah,
listen,
17.
I can play matchmaker here.
Got an
What are you
awesome
doing?
home in Green Hills, just renovated.
Oh,
You know,
selling it.
I don't have Bill Belichick's money, but you know, we ain't broke, and you know, we going to halls every weekend. Just we take a nice vacation.
You know what you're pulling right
Got to
here,
go to church
Jason?
though. You got to go to church with me.
Did you see the Braves sideline reporter that got the number of the fans live on air? This is
I
what
did see
you
that.
are doing
Yes.
right now. Do you know what an
That's what you're
outrage
doing.
that was
Oh,
from so
I'm just joking.
many?
You know what's
I'm
funny?
just-
Throw that on the back end.
No, it's,
You gotta
this,
go to
is,
church
this,
with
is,
me.
this is different because
You gotta cook.
the Braves sideline reporter did this live and in person. He went up to two women and got their number and put it on the guys in the booth and all
Zeph
this stuff.
has the audio.
And everybody, like, I saw a big reaction one way or the other. So a lot of people thought it was funny. A lot of people thought it was ridiculous. Babs thought it was funny. She sent us the story and thought it was funny.
Well, and then I was like, uh-oh, am I not supposed to think it's funny?
Right.
at least he's keeping it real. I don't have a problem with that. That's authentic.
Shoot your shot.
Every shot you don't take is a missed shot.
Absolutely right.
Also, you're covering a really crappy team right now.
Yeah, what better, you know,
Maybe
pass the
they'll go on a
time.
run.
Down.
Maybe they'll go on a run now.
That's right.
Don, I want to
This'll
ask
be
you
the
one more question
change.
about this.
You love having a female in the room.
Yeah, I do. I want to ask you one more question. So
Listen,
Dion
I'm
looks.
not the female in this
Yes,
room. It's,
yeah.
You got to talk to him. Who's wearing pink?
Does Dion is what Dion's done with Shador retiring
This is
his
gonna be
number?
my next question.
Is that worse than what Belichick is doing, or you don't care about that either?
No, 1,000% that's worse.
Listen,
It's worse.
I'm glad this conversation came up.
Because we're
How
talking
is he
about
having his number?
No,
retired?
we're talking about
what's the
accountability
criteria,
for
though?
what you're doing on the field
I
here.
think that's
like,
the biggest
like
thing.
the Belichick thing, like that doesn't have anything to do with
Gotcha.
accolades or
Yeah.
what you've done to earn something, whatever. I just think it's crazy.
Whitlock, you remember this team. That 1990 Colorado team was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Tennessee played them. They ended up tying 36-36. But Rashawn Salam, I think, has his number retired. Nobody off the national title team has their number retired. And we're going to do Shador Sanders,
That's what Cordell Stewart played.
Cordell Stewart, Mike
I
Pritchard.
think nobody
Right.
here has
Mike
a problem
Westbrook.
with Travis
Davis McGee.
Hunter, right? Nobody here has a problem
no.
with Travis
I
I
Hunter.
would have waited.
That Heisman to do it for me.
I would have waited though.
Give me about 4 or 5 years. I'm cool with that.
or even just wait till the season kicks up. They're doing it. The season just ended 3 months ago.
It ain't even over.
They just got the brakes beat off of them by BYU
True.
in the only bowl game they played.
True.
And hey, Shador, we're retired. And I'm just, I heard from, I got a lot of former football friends. And so I'm pretty sure I can comfortably say this person I heard from is one of the 20 all-time great Colorado players, reached out to me and said that Shador's number getting retired was part of Dion's contract negotiation.
Wow.
Oh.
Would that surprise anyone,
Not at all.
though?
Not at all. Not for the what
in
he's thinking he's
advance-
building, the culture, what he's building.
In advance
that's
of
what
him
he gonna
playing,
lean on.
though?
He gonna lean on that. I can see him leaning on that. I
So
can
when
see
they
that
go
all
4-8
day
this year,
I can see. Look up there in the rafters. That's what he's gonna say.
Yeah, they're
we just need 2 more wins. That's what he's gonna say. You got the 2 up there.
and I'm saying this in all seriousness, Slade, you were a hell of a player at UT, and people
Yep.
still talk about what you did at
Right.
UT.
Right.
Your number's not retired.
No. And so that's where it lies for me. What is the criteria, and how is nobody scratched the
What is the
surface of
Tennessee
saying-
criteria? First team All American?
No, you got to have. I just had this conversation at noon. You have to be first team All American, SEC Player of the Year, national championship, or hold a record in the SEC or
So you're
nationally, or somebody has to, from the committee, nominate you, and then they vote on it. But you got to have 3 of the 5.
There's no reason you should not.
You got to have 3 of the 5.
I hate to put my name in this conversation or try to, but I just want to.
Wait, Jason Whitlock in studio.
You got to have 3 of the 5.
Yeah. So, all right, you guys, obviously, y'all know Blaine Bishop.
Yes.
He's in the Ball State Football Hall of Fame. He's one of our greatest players.
Which is where you went.
I played football at Ball State. I've given a lot of money and been a supporter of Ball State, the school, in the Journalism Hall of Fame. And so at one point, they asked me about being in the Sports Hall of Fame. And I said no. I was like, that would detract from Blaine Bishop, Bernie Parmalee, guys that really did great things. You put me in there. Now you're diminishing them.
Right.
And I get y'all like me at that point. They liked me a lot back then, and before things went totally woke.
Not so much anymore.
Not so much anymore. But
Wait. Are you saying you're a divisive figure?
Yes, I'm not. I'm not welcome on my college campus the way I used to be. But I was like, no, man, I'm not diminishing these guys that put in real work, and not that I didn't put in some work, but I was, I started, but I was a mediocre player.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, there's guys that really put it in, and I saw them. They were great players. And I could have been one of those guys, but that's not where my mind was at that time. And so I was like, I don't want to disrespect anybody. And that's where I just like, Shedeur and Dion are just taking a dump on Cordell Stewart and Eric Bieniemy and guys that
Mike Pritchard, Candace McGee, like all
Michael
those guys
Westbrook,
on Michael Westbrook, yep.
That's a tough lane to be in. But, okay, so this is my question. When you go and get a coach of that stature like Dion, don't you have to give something to get something in that case?
I think they're giving him $10 million.
You think that's enough?
A year. I could eat off of that.
I absolutely could too.
You can live in Green Hills for that.
This is what. But what if you say, all right, cool, $10 million, but you giving me $10 million? Let me throw this one stipulation in small print in there.
Well,
and it may not even come up.
I want to be honest with you. I'm more offended by what Belichick has done, but
really,
hold on. Let me put the punchline on that. If I were asking for something beyond the $10 million, I would be like, oh, I want to hire my sugar baby and have her be with me, and I don't want you guys to complain about it. So I would have asked for what Belichick is doing. That would have been my stipulation rather than putting my son's number in the rafters.
Could it ever happen at Florida State? Would that have ever happened?
Yeah.
You think he would have been able to put Shedeur Sanders' jersey up in Florida State?
It's been tougher.
That would have been. I don't know if that one would.
I don't think so.
I think Colorado, with what he started, I think, all right, cool. They were looking to be relevant, get some celebrity, some fame in there, and they've been able to do that.
Money.
Yeah, like if that was another
my understanding
program with a little bit more history, especially recent history.
Okay, but when Dion was a player at Florida State,
absolutely,
he had carte blanche. I mean, carte blanche. Yeah. Didn't go to class.
Right.
Did what he wanted to do.
He was like one of the as student athletes now.
Yes. And so they have a bit of a history at Florida. They haven't given him the job, clearly.
Right.
And so they do seem to have a line in the sand. But if he ever gets the job, they've shown a history of Dion, do whatever you want to do. And so a slight possibility for but I don't know, it's because you do that at Florida State, and now Derek Brooks is
that's what I'm saying.
What?
That outcry there is going to be and it's going to be echoed.
Didn't Ward done from Florida State? Isn't? I mean, we could go
Charlie
to
Ward.
Peter Ward. Didn't he win the Heisman there?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes.
Get that Florida State thing maybe one more year. Their over-under win total is 5.5 going into the season, I think. And if they go under that.
You know what the problem is for them, though? I don't feel like they are putting in enough money to have them be able to use resources.
Okay.
Because why would Jimbo
It's a
leave?
private school.
There was no reason for Jimbo to leave them.
I'm gonna give you the analogy.
Outside of A&M,
I'm gonna give
$100 million.
and I've only been here 5 years, but I'm in early.
You've been in Nashville for 5 years?
Yeah, since 20. And I'm in early consideration. There's a lot of conversation about me going into the Hattie B's Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And if
That's an illustrious group.
somehow Slay got into the Hattie B's Hall of Fame before me, I would be very upset.
Well, how would y'all interact if you were in the Hattie B's Hall of Fame and he was in the Princess Hall of Fame?
Oh, well, I'm telling them now is what's going to trump it. I love Hattie B's, but the originator, let me jump out there. You know, when we talk about foodie, you know I'm going to act now.
Yeah. I can see that.
That's still
I can
the
see
OG
that.
to this thing.
There would be war.
I'll drop a line to get
Jason Whitlock with us in studio. We saw him outside in the hall and brought him in and appreciate you sitting down. What do you do with pick number 1 for the Titans? Is it Cam
Travis
Ward?
Hunter.
Oh, you're Travis Hunter. You did say
or
that. Yeah.
Abdul Carter. I would take someone that I felt 100% confident in. Hey, this guy's going to be a perennial Pro Bowler. And maybe you're wrong, but you feel confident in that. Cam Ward is getting overdrafted because he's the best quarterback in this draft. It's high risk. He could be the next Will Levis for all we know. Who knows?
You really never know with a quarterback.
Yeah, Abdul
it's like
Carter,
a 25% hit rate.
Travis Hunter, even though I don't like Travis Hunter's statements or alleged statements about I got to play both ways, but these guys can really play. And y'all remember, it was Tennessee, not Houston. Y'all remember what Javon Curse did for this franchise.
Absolutely.
And they're saying Abdul Carter, maybe not Javon, but maybe as good as that. And so if you feel like you got a guy that you can't miss with, I'd rather take that pick than be the GM that took the quarterback that didn't pan out, and that's how you get fired.
So this would be my question. I wanted to bring this up yesterday. We didn't have enough time. But since you brought up defense, who's the face of the Tennessee Titans right now?
Derrick Henry, and he's in Baltimore.
That was a fast answer,
That
too.
was too fast. It's big, but we know it's Big Jeff.
It's Big Jeff, yep.
Okay, so this is
Big
my
Jeff.
thing, Big Jeffrey Simmons. Okay, so even with that, why wouldn't you cater to? So to your point, Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, why wouldn't you cater to his need rather than build an offensive side of the ball from scratch?
So you're arguing help Jeff?
Yeah.
And go Abdul Carter.
Yep.
Yeah. I could see that. And again, you play great defense, and no matter what they do to the rules, somehow these NFL players figure out a way to play defense. Mm-hmm. It's incredible that they've done everything to help the offense, and defenses are still showing up and stopping them.
That's a good point.
And so build a great defense. And then, you know what, you don't need your quarterback to be great early.
Right.
No different than Tom Brady wasn't great early. He had success and then became great later. And I just think the quarterback draft next year is better than this year. And so let someone else take the risk on Cam Ward. And if you're wrong, so what?
You got about 10 more minutes in you?
Yeah, of course.
Jason Whitlock in studio.
We haven't even talked about the
Nico?
WNBA draft last night.
Oh,
Did you even know it happened?
Yeah, I actually did.
I knew it happened because I saw all the red carpet pictures.
Those were interesting. Paige Becker has a sugar baby, it looks like, too.
We've got more with Whitlock when we come back. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch. By the way,
Twitch,
Tarsha
please.
Whitlock says, call me crazy, call me maybe, and put her phone number out there. So Zeph will track that for you.
Oh, we got you. See?
you make it happen,
Listen,
baby.
this is what we do on 3
Hold on,
Jones.
what happened?
The love
We got
connection.
you a number.
Yeah.
We got you a number.
Tarsha wrote in, and she said, call me crazy, call me maybe, and put her phone number out there.
There you go.
What's her
Whitlock.
name?
Tarsha.
Tarsha.
She ready to go to church.
That's off to a bad start.
No, but she ready to go to church, man. Come on now.
Whitlock.
Come on, Sunday dinner.
I like
Whitlock.
biblical names, Tarsha.
Maybe you don't pronounce the R. Maybe it's Tasha. I don't know. But anyway, she's coming after you. All right, more with Whitlock next at RHL 104.5 The Zone.
All right, you guys know we love our local sports around Middle Tennessee. Well, your local team, Legacy Group at UBS Financial Services in Franklin, always been a strong supporter of women and girls in sports. And they want to use this time right here to give a shout out and to encourage you to go catch some high school girls flag football games. How about this? On Thursday, April 17th, there's a doubleheader scheduled at Smyrna High School. Blackman plays Oakland at 4. Blackman plays Smyrna following that first game. So there you go. Go check it out. And, of course, we love our local team over there at the Legacy Group. This all brought to you by the Legacy Group at UBS Financial Services in Franklin, Tennessee. If you have $1 million or more to invest and you want to do it with a local team, call financial advisors Jim Candela, Brent Thompson, David Reynolds, or Robert Reynolds at 615-721-4921. See if they can help you achieve your financial goals. For their client relationship summary disclosures, visit ubs.com/relationship summary. UBS Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA-SIPC.
Whether you're a homeowner creating your dream space or a pro managing multiple projects, discover a new way to shop at Ferguson Home, where great ideas become stunning spaces. Ferguson Home is designed for the way you want to shop. Explore the best selection of bath, kitchen, and lighting products online, or experience items firsthand in one of our showrooms. Our experts offer personalized support every step of the way. Bring your vision to Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. Shop top brands like Visual Comfort or find your local showroom at fergusonhome.com.
Two Rivers Ford announces employee pricing for everyone. Every tradesman, every dad, every rising star. You pay what we pay. Two Rivers Ford. Locally owned. American made.
3HL 1045, the Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, Jason Whitlock in studio. When you hear her typing, Whitlock, like really loud like this, she's going at somebody in our chat thing, and she said she may have done it for no reason.
I know. And then I might have to apologize, which I don't do well with. It's because I hit my head today. That's my excuse.
She knocked herself out.
I did.
Whitlock, this is twice in a month.
Yeah, the dog had to get him.
Yeah.
Have you ever knocked yourself out?
I haven't knocked myself out, but I have passed out and hit my head. This is when I lived in L.A. 7 years ago. Got up out of bed, got lightheaded, boom. And as soon as I hit my head, I was wide awake and felt good and hopped back up. But, yeah, that was the most scariest thing because I could have hit the side of my – could have cracked my head open. Yeah, could have hit anything. But that was like 7, 8 years ago. Yes.
Concussed.
So I don't think I was because it literally snapped me up and I felt like I just had a pot of coffee.
Huh.
Oh.
So
you just needed a jolt.
You said you've been here 5 years. You enjoy Nashville?
Love Nashville. Seriously. That's why I bought a home. You know, I was just living right here on Demumbery.
I heard about that.
And I bought a home. Took 13 months for it to get fully renovated. Been in the home now. Nashville. I don't ever plan on leaving Nashville. People here, unbelievable. I'm talking unbelievable. For Slay.
Like great?
Yes. Just Slay's got a mutual friend and Buck Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like him and his family. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Good
Steve Ford that owns Winners and Losers now, Duck Line and Doghouse. Unbelievable. Ron Bice that runs Third and Lindsley where I'm having an event May 2nd. People just, everywhere I go, people are like, hey, how can I help you? I've lived in the South before. But not as a real adult. When I lived in South Carolina, right outside of Charlotte, I was only
I'm still
I was only 23 years old. But coming here as an adult, the way people, Bill Lee, been to dinner with him twice. It's love Nashville. Southern hospitality is a real thing, particularly here in Nashville.
Have you learned the back ways around Green Hills? Like you don't have to go through all the traffic.
Yeah, but I don't really care.
Okay.
I don't like driving. That's the only now if I were to criticize Nashville, living in LA the 10 years previous, I got addicted to Uber and I quit driving altogether.
Yeah.
Because I don't like driving. I came here and I was like, I'm not gonna drive. And then every time I called Uber, it was a 15-minute wait. Yeah. It was never the car I wanted. It was never that clean in the car unless I got the most expensive car. Yeah. And so I went and bought a car, and I said, I guess I'll go back to driving.
First world problems.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Traffic is picking up, though.
So do you read your mentions? I would be curious to know what your mentions are like on a daily basis.
Yes,
because,
I read my
mentions.
Said,
you're kind of a flammable guy.
Yeah.
We're just talking sports in here.
Why would you read your mentions?
Because I'm just a weird dude, Slay. In terms of, I'm talking about, when I say nothing bothers me, nothing bothers me. Yeah. I couldn't care less what people say about me. Yeah. I got an audience of one, and, unless I hear from the big man upstairs, then I couldn't care less. You can call me any name in the book. You can say whatever about my opinions. I don't care. Yeah. And I've been that way, and when I was a kid and was that way, it wasn't that much of a biblical thing. But it's like, man, God made me different, and it works for me as a columnist. And I've been started writing columns, I think, in 1992 in Ann Arbor, Michigan, covering the Fab Five. And so people were very passionate in Ann Arbor about the football team, about the Fab Five. And I would write things that seemed controversial, and so I'd get a lot of feedback. And it's just never bothered me. And I actually, back in those days before social media, it was actually a good thing if people wrote letters to the editor and were upset or engaging with what you wrote. Whereas now, with this whole PC thing and social media, people get, oh, my God, you have a Twitter lynch mob after you. And to me, I'm like, great.
Yes.
Bosses are like, oh.
I mean, doing what you do, you want a reaction, right?
Yes. Yeah. And it's not, I'm not out here trolling. I'm just sticking to my beliefs and what I believe. And, It should. When you have interesting things to say and when you can be kind of funny or, not politically correct, it's just like calling Bill Belichick's girlfriend a sugar baby. That's funny. Everybody's giggling.
Yeah.
That's my intent, but it also makes my point. Right. She's in it for the money, Bill. I don't know, I used to go to strip clubs a lot. I can testify. Strippers don't really like you.
It's what you brought with you? Are you sure? You sure?
Can I say that on this show?
Yeah, I seen that little gleam in the eye before. Like, I don't know.
Mayor, there's your, what is at the end of our show, you never thought you'd hear on 3HL today?
Oh, I'm sorry.
3HL bingo card.
We got a 3HL bingo
Yeah, we
card.
got other things.
Athletes go to strip clubs now
The wings are phenomenal.
and have babies with.
The wings are phenomenal. I knew you were going to pull that one.
Ask Anthony Edwards,
Yeah, you got it out the way.
Yeah, it can complicate your life.
Jason Whitlock in studio with us on 3HL. So what do you think about this whole NIL thing and Nico Iamaleava? That was a messy situation. It feels like there was a lot of miscommunication even on his side of things.
I go tiny bit bigger picture and just say that we've made a mess of college sports. Yeah. And through the NCAA's refusal to address problems that everybody knew, the modern architect of the NCAA was a guy named Walter Byers. He wrote a memoir in the 90s where he analogized college sports to a slave plantation. And Walter Byers, I'm positive I'm saying the name right, he's a conservative from Kansas. The NCAA headquarters used to be in Kansas City. Mm-hmm. And again, this guy came to the NCAA in the 70s. He's like, hey, man, this system's not fair. We got to cut the athletes in. Everybody's making money. He's saying this in his memoir in the 1990s, and the NCAA never addressed all this. And there was a way, in my view, and Slay, I think all of you will find this interesting, but Slay being a basketball player, what I've always argued, and I started arguing this, I think, in the early 2000s, like college basketball in particular, and the NFL and college football, they should be in partnership, but particularly in college basketball, should be in partnership with the NBA. Mm. And they should have offered the top 100, 150 or so college basketball prospects internships that paid really well through the NBA and incentivize these guys to stay in college. Right. Because when Michael Jordan brings millions of North Carolina fans to the NBA, when Larry Bird brings Indiana State basketball fans to the NBA, now you're bringing brands with great value to your league, and it makes it all more interesting. So it actually would serve the NBA if the guys stayed 3 or 4 years in college, because
they built their brand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, the great brand he built. If we put everybody through that process where they big stars at Tennessee, now all Tennessee fans are invested in following in Bernard King from Tennessee. Uh-huh. They're all following him there. Well, now there's actually a bitterness. Man, Kevin Durant was only at UT for a year. He ran off to the F the NBA. If we could have experienced Kevin Durant for 3 or 4 years, now when he goes off to the NBA, now there's this affinity. Yeah. And so that's why the NBA is struggling domestically. They won't properly develop their brands in college. Look at Caitlin Clark. Yeah. I'm telling you, in my view, she's the most popular and powerful athlete today. She's the Tiger Woods of her era. 4 years at Iowa. You don't anything, I don't want to.
I mean, that's on point, and especially with the G League and D League being a joke. You
got to put them in a fishbowl. It's no different. It's like this business. What happens to talk radio? Rush Limbaugh was dominant in Sacramento, built up a huge following in Sacramento doing local radio, and then went national. You see it all the time in sports talk radio. Colin Cowherd was dominant in the Pacific Northwest, gets his opportunity at ESPN to go national. That's the process. Dominate locally, then go national, and they've removed that. And why is the NFL and their draft and their excitement about their rookies, they stay in college for 3 or 4 years, and they bring a brand into the NFL. The NBA needs that, or we're going to continue to ship in the Luka Doncic's and the Nikola Jokic, and then we'll all be sitting up whining, how come there are no American-born stars? And you know what? And eventually it's going to go to, what happened to the black American stars in the NBA? Well, we didn't develop them. Yeah. That's on us. And so they turn it into an international game that has more international appeal than it does right here in Nashville, Tennessee, and that's on us.
You've got an event coming up? Details?
I do have an event.
Where can people get more information?
FearlessRollCall.com. FearlessRollCall.com. You use the promo code when you go 1045, half off any ticket. It's Friday, May 2nd, Saturday, May 3rd. Tucker Carlson will be here on Friday. If you like country music, Randy Houser is going to perform for us on Friday. Saturday, we got some all-day events going on, and it's about inspiring, encouraging men. But the Friday night, Saturday night events, great date night events. You'll hear a terrific conversation between Tucker Carlson and myself. Randy Houser is going to perform for about an hour. Got a comedian, Steve Byrne, that's going to do stand-up for about an hour. That's at 3rd and Lindsley. FearlessRollCall.com. Saturday, we got all-day events, and we got a post-show party. I don't know if you guys know Lee Beeman, Toyota. Lee Beeman and Julie Beeman. Oh, you did? Yeah. We're throwing a big post-roll call party at their house Saturday night. Duggar Band that just came out that song, True Colors. They'll be performing there. Great food. Serve you some drinks, alcohol. You'll drink responsibly. We'll get you home safe. But anyway, use the promo code 1045 at fearlessrollcall.com. Come have some fun with us and get inspired with us Friday, May 2nd and Saturday, May 3rd.
I know typically when you're in this building, you're on 997 with Murph over there. But thanks for hopping in with us. Good to see you, man.
What Blaine called me last night and said they need more Ball State in the building. And so, I came and gave y'all a little taste of it.
He calls it Ball U.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Little Ball State.
All right, more 3HO coming up. Stay tuned. 1045 The Zone.
What's happening, good people? Ron Slay coming to you at KellumStemCellInstitute.com. Get on over there and get some holistic stem cell therapy. Get that pain, inflammation up out of your body. All you got to do is let your stem cells work for you. It's your body, your cells, your solution. Wake your cells up. It's time to get activated. I had such great results with my knee that I wanted to expedite the results in my hip, so I went back to Kellum. And you probably wonder, what's the number? Let me give it to you now. 615-850-4415, 615-850-4415. Nanoparticles and the other growth factors function by increasing the energy output of our cells, as well as improving cell communication. The end result is healing and pain relief, and I'm living proof. The secret's out, people. Call Kellum Stem Cell Institute today and get back to a healthy you. Just a heart failure, lung issues, autism, or arthritis does not matter. KELLUM, StemCellInstitute.com. 615-850-4415. Get inflammation out of your body.
I want to tell you about Storm Ready Wi-Fi. Stay connected even when the power is out with Xfinity. Only with Xfinity. Add Storm Ready Wi-Fi and stay connected even when the unexpected happens. Only with Xfinity. Set up in minutes to help keep your home online when the unexpected happens. You can stay connected even when the power is out. Only with Xfinity. Stay reliably connected throughout outages and with unlimited cellular data to back you up. Only with Xfinity. Keeps your home online with free unlimited cellular data. Stay online during power and network outages with up to 4 hours of battery backup. Automatically switch switch to cellular data during outages. Stay informed about your home network status with Xfinity app notifications and storm-ready Wi-Fi working for you, even on those bright sunny days, by extending your Wi-Fi network and reducing dead spots. The first internet provider in the U.S. to keep you connected through outages with unlimited cellular data. Not only does storm-ready Wi-Fi keep you connected through outages, it's also their best Wi-Fi boost pod ever. Restrictions apply. Only available in areas with range of applicable 4G LTE cellular signal, limited to Xfinity Internet customers with 800 megabits per second service or higher and compatible Xfinity gateway. Xfinity.com, 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today.
Good afternoon. It is 4:05. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone studio. The Dolphins and seven-time Pro Bowl cornerback Jalen Ramsey are mutually set to explore trade options, according to Ian Rappaport. Dolphins GM Chris Greer confirmed this at his pre-draft press conference. There's another retirement in the NFL. Five-time All-Pro, eight-time Pro Bowler Tyron Smith is set to sign a one-day contract with the Cowboys and retire with the team tomorrow. And then tonight, Tennessee baseball is back in action against Bellarmine as they start a 5-game homestand. First pitch for that one set for 5 p.m. For your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home with the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. It is Tuesday, y'all. It's motoring through this week.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. That was so good.
That was really good.
I've been watching my son. Pick up some action.
You're going to be in a, he's going to pull you with him.
Mm-hmm.
The draft
Maybe he'll give you an extra in one of his big
right,
parts.
Exactly.
The draft is a week from the day after tomorrow. 9 days.
Can't wait.
So guess what, though, yo?
You really want to jump into something, or do I need to introduce y'all?
You would need to introduce us first.
Can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch. Y'all are out there on the chat, man.
It's live in the other day. Hello, everybody.
Taylor on YouTube. What's the opposite of aphrodisiac? One of our female listeners wrote, "My ex-husband." I didn't know if I needed to name her, but she put her name behind it.
Yeah, just leave it now.
Don Davenport is here laughing.
What up, Babs here?
I love our chat.
Tom said, "Nice change of pace with Whitlock." Admittedly, we did ask him to kind of let's go down the sports trail here.
Yeah.
He knew. Whitlock, think what you want about him. Say what you want about him. Number one, obviously he doesn't care. Number two, he's a really smart dude.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
And so he read the room well and did a really good job. So appreciate y'all for listening. Slay Dog is here.
I'm in the building. Welcome back, Zephyr.
What were you going to say? This is where we are.
Yeah, buddy.
That was only like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, I'm back.
You're back.
Yes. the defensive thing, man. I think that's something to keep an eye on, man.
That was a great point by him.
Mm-hmm.
They keep changing the rules to allow offenses to have success, but the defenses keep showing up and figuring out a way. And I thought that was an interesting point Whitlock made there.
So which side? Okay, here we go. Come on, here she comes.
But I'd probably be in a better position with Abdul Carter if we didn't have the injury history and if he didn't have 1 year with his hand in the dirt.
I'm agreeing with you on that. You know how I feel about Abdul Carter. But I did like the Travis Hunter, and the only reason I say that is because which could you build up quicker? What's wrong?
People are getting after Whitlock for calling Texas UT.
Did he call him UT?
I didn't even hear him do it.
You know I would have said something. I didn't hear him either.
You definitely would have said something.
I don't think he did it in here. I think he's done it before.
Oh, okay.
No, he did it in here, apparently.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, missed it. This is so which side
funny.
of the ball is able to be built up quicker and be an above average top 10 unit? Offense or defense?
Oh, defense for sure.
Yeah. You're right.
I mean, without
So why
question.
would you okay, perfect.
Right, but how affected are they with 3 and outs all over the place?
No, I'm
right, we've been through this.
I get
and
that
listen,
too.
that makes it even harder for your offense or for your defense to be successful if you don't have an offense that can at least move the chains.
All I'm trying to do is keep a face of our franchise. That's what I'm trying to do, y'all.
I mean, he straight said it. He said it to me at the rally event. He said it to Ramon, Kayla, and Will in the morning. He said it
Y'all just
CBS
keep shot at
Sports.
all my
What did Whitlock do when you said who's the face of the franchise, and he said Derrick Henry, which was a great joke.
And he's in Baltimore.
But then when you said Big Jeff, and he rolled his eyes.
That's what I'm saying. And you know why? You know why, though? If we would have asked him maybe 2 years ago, he maybe would have said Big Jeff minus Derrick Henry. But in this situation, Big Jeff has been playing injured also.
Yeah.
And losing.
All the time.
So.
Speaking of.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, that's where the frustration would lie with me. I'm not going to wait. I'm 27, 28. How old is Big Jeff? Got to be around that age. He's been in the league, what, 6 years?
28
7 years?
maybe.
How many years, Big Jeff? Usually this is when Zeph always
He's
likes to
27 years
change.
old.
There go my guy. Welcome back from the island, Zeph.
He will be. When's his birthday?
See, this is real research.
July.
So he'll be.
Okay.
He'll be
28.
28.
So you're in the prime. You're walking into the prime, if not already in it, for a defensive tackle, especially as physical as he plays.
So has Jeff sold you on Abdul Carter? Is that where we're going?
No, he sold me on a defensive threat to play alongside.
That you can get in the second round after you get your quarterback first.
Okay. Thank you, Babsy.
Sure.
James Pierce at 35?
I think he'll be gone by then.
Yeah, I don't think he's dropping that low. I think all that's shenanigans.
I don't know. There's some
PFF has
There's
it
a
going.
lot of smoke around that.
I know.
See, James Pierce is the perfect guy for one of these really good teams at the back end of the first round that just needs a piece. Like, hey, man,
come in here and grow with us.
give us like 17 defensive snaps
That's all
and
we
go
need.
get the quarterback.
I mean, sick 'em, boy.
And so, like, the last PFF mock draft had him going to the Ravens.
Yeah. See, that's
How about that?
That's perfect for him.
Speaking of, PFF put out a let me find it. A draft if every college player were eligible and came out.
Mm.
And I thought it was interesting to see that Cam Ward was third. They had two players that aren't coming out that if they came out would go 1 and 2.
Who?
Number 1 to the Titans.
Of course, Arch is going to be one of these.
Arch Manning. Number 1 to the Titans. Number 2, DJ Lagway from Florida to the Cleveland Browns. Then Cam Ward, number 3. Then Travis Hunter to the Patriots. Then Caleb Downs, who is still at Ohio State, the safety, to Jacksonville at 5.
Good.
Jeremiah Smith, who is still at Ohio State,
Forgot about him.
6 to the Raiders.
What about the 17-year-old? He got to be 18 now.
Ryan.
He's not
Williams.
even eligible.
Yeah, but this is if anybody was to come
1,
out.
2.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. If anyone came out,
Oh,
if anyone in college football came out,
Mhm.
Arch Manning would be number 1. DJ Lagway would be number 2. Cam Ward would be number 3.
I know, but what I'm saying is those first two are eligible.
Right, but they're saying anybody in
They're
college
saying
football.
anybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan Williams, 20 to Denver from
there you go.
Alabama.
Okay, so Cam Ward would still be 3 on that list. Aren't you okay with taking him 1? I mean, listen, I get it. Everybody's like, oh, well, he's
It's
1 overall because he's the best quarterback in this class. He's still damn good. You can still put
this
all
goes to-
the quarterback classes from next year. Now, this is according to this, right? But
Yeah.
from next year, and they would still put Cam Ward in the 3 spot as
Right.
the 3rd quarterback taken.
Like if I were the running
So
back
it's
with,
still
that's
pretty
saying-
damn
yeah,
good.
that's
That's
really
saying
good.
a lot about Cam Ward.
if I were running back with Will Levis, make a trade, end up with 2 top 10 picks theoretically next year, that makes my point a little bit easier with Arch Manning being number 1, even if he came out now, having not done very much in college football.
Which is why I call BS.
PFF BS.
He has it. We actually really don't know how he'll be.
No, we don't. We don't know how he'll be in college.
Yeah.
You talking about Arch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know how he'll be in college. That's the thing. So, I mean, it is what it is. But with those other guys, we do know when Jeremiah Smith comes out, he's going to be this hog. You know how he'll be.
615-737-1045.
I'm just saying, to me,
You want
that
in.
proves my point even more.
If
Titans
he's
go
in that
Cam
conversation
Ward.
and
Done.
you're comparing them to guys that you haven't even seen anything from,
Yeah,
I'm with
he's
you.
in
I
that
understand what you're
conversation,
saying.
and he's the 3rd quarterback to come off the board. And what everybody's saying is this strong, amazing, awesome quarterback class next year.
Which it won't be
come
next
on.
year because it's always the
People fall.
yeah.
People are responding in the chat. So if you want to do that with them, you can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and
Let me
Twitch.
get in here.
Twitch, please.
615-737-1045.
Oh, interest rates have plummeted. And it is time to call Loan Pronto. You're looking to get cash out of your home equity, refinance out of a home high home rate. You get what I'm saying. Or maybe you want to do a home improvement project. That's what we did. That's how I busted my head today. I was cleaning up that home improvement project in the backyard. Loan Pronto can make it all happen in a matter of days. Take advantage of the opportunity. Get tens or even hundreds of thousands out of your home equity. Get more info at loanpronto.com. You can start the whole process there. That's what we did. Inflation and higher cost obviously have put a lot of people in a stressful financial situation. But if you own a home in this area, there is a way out and multiple options. Most homeowners get their cash in less than 2 weeks. Most don't even need an appraisal around here. We did not. Do the smart thing. Stop paying insane rates on credit cards. Wipe them out. Get a lower rate. Get some money for an awesome project in your home. It all starts by getting in contact with Loan Pronto. 615-499-5780. LoanPronto.com at 615-499-5780. Loan Pronto, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
3HL 1045, The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you. Producer of 3HL is Zeph.
What's up?
Did you, you called your new wife, got married over the, last weekend, then went on his honeymoon, then came back to work yesterday, was his first day back, and he called his wife his fiance.
She was still his fiance after they got back.
Yeah, that was amazing.
So
And
did she say no to you?
She did. She said maybe later.
We'll think about this.
No, that
But
was just,
he said, my fiance, blah, blah, blah. And then she texted him immediately and said, oh, so I'm not your wife now? How was it when you went home?
it was fine. I went home and cooked dinner for us. So.
You made it fine. I bet it was fine.
I apologized. I said I'm sorry.
Did you apologize before anything was said? Did you head it off?
Yeah, I started off with an apology. She goes, I can't believe you forgot I'm your wife already. And I was like, I didn't forget.
Yeah,
I was like, you've been my fiance for
Point could be
almost a
made.
year and a half.
I mean, a little bit. You did forget.
It was just habit.
Just forgot.
No forgetting.
Alyssa,
Habit.
we acknowledge you, Alyssa, as his wife. What he does,
That's on him.
on him. Yeah. The group, though, the team, we know who you are, Alyssa Bonanno.
So how about Cracker Barrel is the sponsor of the new Nashville night race?
Yeah, I found that out today.
Not new Nashville night race, but yeah,
we
you
talked
found out
about
today.
it because you were in Aruba when we had Barry on, and we were like, God, if only Zeph was here to talk about Cracker Barrel. He said he talked about what he had for breakfast, and he had the old timers breakfast.
Yeah, they
at
actually went
Cracker
to
Barrel.
Cracker Barrel that day. Josh Berry.
What's your
drives
take
in
on
number
the old
21.
timers breakfast?
Yep.
It's all right.
Wow.
I'm a mama's pancake breakfast type of guy.
Well, that is not very. Yeah, I mean, you're not selling it, Zeph.
Nah,
I don't work there anymore. I don't have to sell it.
Oh, you're officially done, or you just stopped showing up?
No,
Those are two different things.
I got an email that was like,
They
I
listened to
got
the
an email that
show.
was like,
They broke up with you on an email?
No, they listened to the show. He was out here doing all that, beating his chest.
I got an email that was like, you have not worked in the X number of days, so here's your notice of separation.
Wow.
Notice of separation.
That's what it was called.
Isn't that what your
Oh,
text
they
message?
fired you.
Yeah. No, they didn't fire me.
No,
I
you
quit.
get fired
on your day off.
How
Yeah.
you gonna get fired on your day
I didn't get
off?
fired. I could go back at any point. if I
No,
wanted
you
to.
could not.
Were you still
Yes,
in
I
boxes? The hell you
There's
building?
no way possible.
Listen,
built a clubhouse?
separation. You got fired.
Yeah.
I did not get fired.
What was the
you definitely
wording?
got fired.
Separation of what?
Anxiety.
What? I'm going to look up this email and read it to you guys.
Is that what your Post-it note read when you got out the shower and your homeboy left you?
I need
Yeah,
separation.
basically.
Yeah. Notice of separation from Cracker Barrel Old
Said-
Country Store.
Dude,
The
that's
email-
fired, bro.
The email and attached separation notice are being sent to you on behalf of your former employer and to comply with state requirements.
Dude, you're
You
canceled.
straight got
You're
fired.
canceled, dog. You're expired.
Separation. They cut ties with you. You gone.
They emailed them
They
and sent them a
fired
letter.
you.
Like, what,
Yeah.
that's what they saying. What don't
Zeph-
you get about this?
Yeah,
That's what they saying.
listen, they're thinking, okay, you can think that you quit all you want.
okay, no,
you
I
straight got
actually-
fired.
They actually sent me like a whole form. I think I was supposed to fill this out.
Yeah. See, so you
here
think
it
it's a game playing
It
with them?
says-
That's what they yeah.
It's if
gonna play with
other
the
than
people.
lack of work, explain circumstances of this separation, personal reasons.
That's what they said.
That's what they said.
I mean, you told them to take you off the
Oh, no,
schedule.
no, here it goes. Reason for separation, quit. It says that on here.
Well, you did.
They
told
said you quit.
Yeah.
They said I quit.
But you said you didn't quit.
No, I said I told them to stop scheduling me, and then I was like,
Well,
yeah,
they
I'm good.
did.
I don't want to go in.
They did.
They straight fired.
That is a
you.
legal
fired.
document indicated
So
that they
is.
did that.
It did, but it says I quit.
Gone.
It says quit.
You out of there.
I just told them I didn't want to come anymore.
So if you go back, do you automatically get your 4-star apron back?
So I think
that
it
was
depends.
stolen anyway, Babsy.
Yeah, I know. He
Yeah,
didn't
but
earn it.
tell her about it.
I think it depends. It depends how long I've been gone. So like if I think
It's been
if
like a month and
if it's been
change.
more, I think if it's more than a month, then no, I have to start from the beginning. But
Oh man, all that work. to
Man,
get
all them
those
biscuits and
stars.
eggs.
Straight got fired.
I don't
Yeah.
Y'all-
forget the skills.
I mean, how
I could go
about
in
the
there and make
fall-
biscuits with my eyes closed right now.
I don't think so.
How about the
Zeph.
fall from grace for
Yeah.
Zeph?
I know.
Could you
I
go
mean,
to
he
Slay's
joins
house
us.
and make biscuits?
If I
He
had
was-
the
he was riding
ingredients, yes,
high,
I
He
could.
was
wasn't
riding high. He had the 4-star apron, and now all of a sudden he starts working with us, and it's like
Well, Slay didn't think he really had a job.
It's
Fired.
I know he didn't.
It's kind of like I find a better opportunity and move on with my life. Who would have thought?
This is probably like the 4th letter they've sent him.
Yeah, that's probably
They're like,
true.
hey, we need you to sign this so you don't sue us for
please.
wrongful termination.
Right.
I mean, it makes sense to check your email.
But no.
Coming from me.
Yeah.
Well, I
Like,
saw
I
the
could have
email.
three
I
of these
just
my
letters
email
in
for
it.
6 months.
I could have these emails in
Somebody
mine.
said he's a fallen star. Yes, he is. Oh, Waffle House is hiring himself.
So,
Vandy Man AD2 says Zeph is like Tommy on Martin. He didn't really have a job.
Exactly. He ain't got no job.
I really, in this situation, if we're going to compare it to something relevant, I'm like Nico in this situation, and they're like the University of Tennessee. I just wanted more money. They wouldn't give it to me, so I left.
Oh.
But they came out.
No, you didn't.
But they
leave.
came out. No, I'm entering the transfer
No,
portal.
we're good.
They fired
They
you,
said
Zeph.
we're good. We don't need you anymore.
No, but I put my transfer portal papers in before that.
No,
no.
Keith was Josh
No,
Heupel. He
portal
sent you
wasn't
away.
open.
Transfer
Portal wasn't open.
Yeah, but I
Wait,
submitted
wait.
my papers before
Transfer
then.
portal to where?
Yeah.
Are you transferring to Waffle House?
Where you going?
I don't know. Like
Pancake
Nico,
Pantry?
Nico
like
don't know.
Nico, I'm just floating out here, just waiting for someone to
listen.
pay me what I want.
Well, guess
Wait,
what?
hey.
Your salary just went down.
We know the guys over at Pancake Pantry. We can get you hooked up over there.
I can make a good pancake
Well, that would be necessity.
and a biscuit and biscuits.
Bert just chimed in. Y'all like the show for unemployed Zeph. Yeah, y'all hit that like button for it. If you want Zeph to be employed somewhere, y'all hit the like button.
I'm employed here.
Y'all keep forgetting this.
That's what you think.
I'm literally working right now as we speak.
Have you checked your email here?
Yes, I check that every
You
day.
have been gone for a while, Zeph. I mean, I'm just saying.
I had
You've been
150 emails from this place when I got back.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is this really this funny, or is it just funny to us?
No, I think it's
So I
He
really,
straight got fired.
Yeah.
no, I really am like Nico
Why are y'all
because I
taking-
just stopped showing up one day.
Why are y'all taking delight in the fact that he just got fired?
I didn't get
So-
fired. I quit.
I know.
I entered the transfer portal.
Because he's been saying it for like 2 months. Like, I don't got to go back. I don't got to go back up there. I can go when I want to.
You know Keith listens.
Yes.
Yeah, no, this is what happened. Zeph stopped showing up. Keith is Josh Heupel. Keith said, I'm out. Here's your termination papers.
Jonathan said no one is bigger than the
That
barrel.
is factual. That is factual. No one's bigger than the barrel, Zeph. Get out.
Well, this is a very like the parallels between my situation and Nico's is like
Yeah, it's the same thing.
it's the
That
exact
was a
same
good
thing.
one.
No
one
one's
is bigger.
than the barrel.
I'm crying over that one.
Oh,
Jonathan,
That was good.
that's
That was
going
good.
on for the
That's so
545
good.
segment.
That was good.
that is so good. Jeff, how you gonna get fired on your day off?
Oh, dog.
I know. Were you building a clubhouse?
See, you know what?
No one is bigger
Zeph
than
got
the barrel.
Zeph got a little greedy.
That's all.
He got a little greedy.
Listen, I was
He's like,
listening to
"Listen,
my
I'm
agent,
a
my
4-star
parents."
apron guy, and he got a little greedy.
Well, now that
like
you're married,
Nico.
your agent is not your parents; it's your wife.
That is accurate.
Yep.
So-
And she makes way more money than me.
And
So
you
Listen to her.
keep it up with her. You keep calling her your fiance, you're going to be in trouble there, too.
Oh
Just
man.
downward spirals, though.
Valedict. Zeph went from valedictorian Zeph to unemployed
That's
Zeph.
it.
I have a job. I'm working
You're right, Vandy
now.
Man.
Nobody knows. You just hanging
Listen,
out with us.
I know this. I'm gonna go to Cracker Barrel and support their decision.
I am, too. I'll be there bright and early. One of these days.
You're
Get
gonna
some
go to the
cheese
Cracker
eggs.
Barrel spring game and watch the backup grill cook
Yeah, them eggs coming out.
Yeah,
battle for the QB position.
yeah. I want
Biscuits
Battle
so
for
much
the
fluffier.
grill cook position.
So much fluffier.
They straight 86'd you.
They did.
Just gone.
That was a good.
Why are you
line
using
there,
a
Babs.
restaurant term?
I know that was good.
I was a hell of a waitress.
Oh, can anyone
And bartender.
believe that?
I believe
There's
it.
no way.
I was golden.
You were a great server. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah. On the border, baby. You want your flour tortillas? Go make them
So
yourself.
what? So if customers had problems with you, how did that go over?
Well,
you
they
deal with
never
that
did.
in a very professional manner?
They never did.
Okay.
I was perfect.
I believe you, Zeph. Not Zeph. Babs.
Thank you. I appreciate that,
I definitely
Slay.
don't believe
Thanks
you
for
on-
believing me.
I'm sorry, Zeph.
He straight got
man.
fired. You're going to have to put that on your resume. You're going to have to put that you got fired on your resume.
No.
Gil
I
wrote
didn't
in
get
and says,
fired. I quit.
Sonys wouldn't do him like that. See, Zeph?
Oh, Gil Rose?
Yeah, you chose
Gil from
the wrong.
Sony's.
Yeah, you chose the wrong brand, Zeph. Sorry.
Go Vols, Gil. So the Nico news. Multiple schools interested if his asking price dips to $1 million. This from on3.com. UNC out on him, reportedly choosing South Alabama quarterback Gio Lopez over Nico.
Wow.
Tulane pulling out too, per On3.
Yeah.
USC and Notre Dame were rumored to have interest. On3.com reports neither the Trojans nor the Irish will pursue him. Marcus Freeman's quote, transactional decisions are not always the best ones.
Nobody wants you anymore.
Man.
It just takes one. Having said all that, but
I was going to say, like, we can sit here and be like, oh, now your market's down and look, like, you're going to end up taking a pay cut. It just takes one. It just takes one willing to be like, oh, we'll give you your 2.4 or whatever as long as you come to us. And guess what? You better not screw it up again.
No, it's going to be some stipulations.
There will never be another chance for you after we give you one.
And you know what? On top of this is where not only do you need like a players union, but this is where that would come in handy for them. Like to have somebody to go fight for them because you just dog walked yourself. Now everybody's teaming up on you. Like, hey man, listen, don't y'all dare pay them over 1.2. Don't you dare. And it's just circling away. It's circling.
Well, because now you can get him
Who
cheaper.
are you? Yeah, who are you? Who are you? That is tough, boy.
This is a case study, man. This is going to be studied from every angle by everyone involved in these types of situations moving forward.
That's why you gotta have a good guy, bad guy when you have an agent working for you. But with nobody having to be certified, I mean, I can get your to go in there and negotiate for me.
Oh yeah, I could. Hell yeah, I could.
Kansas State quarterback Avery Johnson.
That's what you need
in the portal.
Me to negotiate.
Lord have mercy.
Like, what
How
we get
about
done
all
today?
three of you?
Yeah, no, don't do him. Nobody.
Zeph? I mean, Zeph just.
Zeph, I'll get you your next
no
one.
call, no show.
No, I'll get you your next gig, Zeph. I feel confident in it.
Zeph will no call, no
Zeph,
show.
I believe in you. All
This
jokes
is-
aside, I believe in you.
This is my next gig.
You just hanging out with us, dog.
Okay, good.
We got your food.
All right, put all attention on 3HL.
Have
there
you
you
checked
go.
your bank account lately, though? Are you still getting paid?
Yes, I'm
Like,
still
you know, in the
getting-
office, or not the, is it the office where
I never watched dog.
Oh,
Yeah, I got
man.
paid today.
I know, I
Today
need
was
to.
payday.
Oh, it is?
Well, it was for me. You all
What
just go
happened
look at your bank account?
Yeah.
What happened in the office? You stopped talking. You were checking your bank account.
I was. I'm not good. I need that. No. You just
Hire somebody to get up
just,
under
like,
that deck.
Keep working, but you're not getting paychecks because nobody told you you're fired.
Oh, the office.
Could be so.
My favorite office scene, I have two of them. Number one, the best That's What She Said joke in the history of That's What She Said jokes, which is, Michael Scott in The Office, once a show almost.
Yeah.
The very last episode. It was Dwight's wedding, and Michael Scott was off the show. And he shows up, and Dwight Schrute goes, I never thought you'd. Never mind. Anyway, I'll just stop there.
I don't think.
That sound like one of mine. Yours.
I never thought you would arrive at this wedding. That's a more expansive way to say it. Anyway, the other one was when he goes by his GPS no matter what. This is what I do in my car.
Yeah.
No matter where I go, I put Waze on. Because Waze gives you traffic. What's up to everyone friendly serving our community in the police uniform. But shows where those guys are. And
Yes, Harold, I'm talking about Office Space. That's right.
Office Space, yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
But in the office, he was going by his GPS, and it was taking him into a lake. And Dwight in the passenger seat was like, Michael, you're going into the lake. And it's like, the GPS says to go there. And he drove the car into the lake. That would definitely be me. I go exactly where the GPS tells me to go.
Yeah. All right. Sometimes I cut it off. I'm more trying to find my way. But a lot of people know our ways now. Not ways, but
Unfortunately,
our ways.
there's no
They know the back
ways
roads.
to get around Nashville traffic nowadays.
I dare you. Nashville traffic.
Man, so lots of topics today. Peter Schrager's top 5 NFL draft wild cards. So he's got 5 players he's watching. Like, for example, Shedeur Sanders is on this list because of the range of where he could go. Right. He said, we're 9 days out, and this guy could go 3rd or 22nd.
It's true.
You have no idea where he's going, which I think is interesting. He's got Jalen Milroe, for example, on this list. because Jalen Milroe now has been invited to the NFL draft by the NFL and has accepted. And now you start to see on mock drafts that, well, we know the Giants are working him out.
I still think Shador is the second quarterback to come off the board.
You do?
Yep.
Not Jackson Dart.
No, I just think, man, all this now, and the only reason I'm saying this is because before the draft started, I said, you know what? I'm going to stick with what I believe and what I've seen. And I don't think it can be that much change, that drastic, from the time the season ended till next week of the draft, outside of the selling yourself in the interviews. Like, I mean, come on. The film is out there. So it's
the film is the most important thing, for these guys.
Like, unless you got something crazy that's circling around you, you're hearing stuff like Luther Burden and things of that nature. But other than that, man, come on, give me what I see, and I'm gonna ride with that. That's what I'm at.
So now Carolina Panthers, Dan Morgan, who was an awesome player for them, is the GM, and now he's saying what he should be saying. He's like, man, this situation in New Orleans. They may go quarterback. He's not saying that. But with New Orleans, they're rumored to be like they brought Jackson Dart in. They brought Shador Sanders in to work out. So they could be going quarterback. So Dan Morgan's like, hey, man, anybody looking for a quarterback? We'll take your phone call to get out of 8. I think that's a great idea by his part. It's going to be fascinating just from the quarterback end of this draft to see where everybody goes and how high they go.
And see, a lot of these teams are in a situation that the Titans wish they could be in. But now since everybody said Cam Ward, they don't have any leverage either. Especially with these quarterbacks getting signed. Now everybody looking at the Titans like, y'all got to take Cam Ward. What else y'all going to do?
615-737-1045.
Run it back with Will Levis and get a haul like Mr. Babs wants them to do.
I'd be floored.
And then go, take a shot at Ars Manning next year? Or somebody like that?
Man.
DJ Lagway?
I'd love for them to bring Will Levis on out there.
Wouldn't that be something?
No, that'd be phenomenal. That would be great.
Look, Dan Patrick said a long time ago, he said, I cheer for the headline doing what we do.
Listen, I ain't praying on nobody downfall, but I sure ain't leaving the stands with my popcorn watching it.
You never know what would happen with him.
Ever. Like, he could be cold-blooded.
Jim Wyatt coming up next, 3HL 1045 this
Be Nathaniel.
3HL 1045, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. They've got peanut butter M&Ms in the vending machine for the first time in like forever. I can't believe you just went in there and got something and didn't get that.
Yeah, I stayed away from that because I'm probably gonna have that for my movie dinner tonight.
Oh, movie dinner.
Yep.
What you got going?
Popcorn, peanut butter M&Ms, or Reese's. Poured into the popcorn.
You've told me about that. That is a strong play.
Yeah, then the cherry slush, but at the bottom of the slush, a little bit of fruit punch. This is a sugar high that I'm going to be on in the movie theater.
What are you watching?
The Accountant 2 came out today.
The Accountant is an incredibly creative movie.
Dude, I went back and watched. You know, I'd never seen it. Ain't that crazy of me?
That is crazy of you.
That's what I said. So I went and watched it Sunday.
Ben Affleck?
Yep. Loved it. So in this one, he brings his brother back. This is a great movie, y'all. I'm telling you.
Who's the lady that's in that that's like really tiny?
She is really, really tiny. I forgot her name.
There's like 3 of them that always get mixed up.
I forgot her name.
That she reminds me
But he
of.
saved her.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah.
Is she in the new one?
That's a good question.
I don't know either. Jim Wyatt joins us now at TennesseeTitans.com. Jimmy, what's up? How are you?
Jimmy.
Not too much. Hope you guys doing well.
Are you a big
Hi,
movie
Jimmy.
guy? Like, do you like to go to the movies? Like, I'd rather watch in my place, and Slay likes to actually physically go and do all the snacking and things.
Yeah, I love going. I don't get a chance to go as much as I used to, but yeah, I love going to the theater. And last one I saw was I didn't think was great. I had a summer before last. I think I went to three movies, but prefer to go in the theater. Just don't have time to go as much anymore. And it costs so much to go too. It's ridiculous.
Sure do.
Harold says $8 tickets at Regal on Tuesdays.
Well, there you go.
Well, that's a great deal. That's a great deal there. It's usually about $18-20.
Well, you can check out TennesseeTitans.com for free. And it's funny, man. Every time this year you do it, what do you do? It once a week where you kind of take a tour of all the mock draft people. And this is maybe the first time ever that I've seen it, spoiler alert, because the content's still there. Go read it. But everybody has the same guy. Every single person.
Yeah, very rare, and I'll be reaching out to you guys here in the next couple of days. I'm trying to work ahead for the final mock draft I do, where I try to get everybody locally, and ends up being 100, 150 people. And I feel like I need to say, hey, if you're not picking Cam Ward, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to put you down for Cam Ward, because that's
a
kind of the way it's going.
Yeah, that'll save time.
Yeah, certainly that's the way it's going. And it's funny, as I was kind of starting on that process, this year, looking back at last year's, and there was a lot more variety and opinions all over the place on what they should do or would do, and doesn't seem like that's the case this year, but we'll see. It's still going to be fun, and hard to believe it's 9 days from today.
9 days,
Well,
and we'll be broadcasting live over at Nissan Stadium on Thursday, next Thursday.
Jimmy, if you ask Big Jeff, his answer would be different. He would say Abdul Carter.
Yeah, he's been riding that. He's been beating that drum, I guess, for a while, and I get it. I mean, I think Abdul Carter certainly a heck of a prospect. You hear a lot of people compare him to Von Miller. Personally, I'd have to have some concern about him just because of his health and because he hasn't been able to work out, and that would scare me a little bit. But somebody's going to get a really good player in him, and same with Travis Hunter and some other guys in this draft class that I think have a chance to be special. Certainly all signs pointing to Cam Ward for the Titans, but you never know for sure. You never know what other teams can do as far as making a trade, and that's why you investigate all these players and then eventually move back and put yourself into a pool of other players.
You think anybody has inquired about Will Levis in a trade, in any kind of, maybe a Friday or Saturday day kind of chat?
As of at the owners' meetings, I asked Mike Berganza about that. So I guess that was the end of March, beginning of this month. And as of then, no. He hasn't had any conversation with anybody about Will Levis. Now, certainly that could change. And if you pick quarterback one, then I think teams start poking around a little bit more, and I think you have to decide what kind of dynamic you want in that room. I mean, if you're doing pick Cam Ward, how would he react to being in a room with a number one pick who you're grooming to take the job compared to last year when he was with Mason Rudolph and Trevor Siemian, and it was really Will's job. Now they've also got Brandon Allen, they got Tim Boyle, they've got a couple other guys in the room already. So I think you got to consider a lot of things. A, what that dynamic would look like, and B, just what if somebody else made an offer, what you'd be willing to part ways with him for. I think what I would be concerned about is Will going somewhere else and kind of putting it together and becoming a star. That's a kind of a nightmare scenario, I think, is them giving up on him too soon. So you better make sure you're not only evaluating quarterbacks in this draft, but have a good evaluation of him to kind of know what he's going to be moving forward. And I don't think anybody knows for sure because he's shown some flashes. He's got great athletic ability, kind of a great arm. I think he's a good kid, but obviously he's just made too many mistakes, and that's why the Titans are in the position they're in right now, looking at these quarterbacks so hard.
Maybe you should do a mock draft from everybody for the second round pick.
There you go.
Yeah, you certainly have a lot more variety. That's a good idea, Don. A lot more variety there at that pick.
Luther Burden in third if he's still there.
About that. Yeah, I get a lot of questions about that, too. People inquire about whether they potentially move up in the first round and get somebody. But I'm skeptical there just because I think they've talked so much about wanting to acquire more picks. I don't know that you want to give up picks to move up, but that's what's going to be fun to watch.
I think it's far more likely they move down in the second round, right, and try to acquire a third-round pick.
I think so, too.
Yeah,
I would think so. Think so as well.
Any of these extra visits where they've had guys in maybe surprise you or stand out to you, or you said, oh, wow, okay, they had this guy for one of their 30 visits. Anybody that you have heard about that you think is interesting?
Not really. I mean, I think everybody. I've seen the list and I see guys when they come through, and they're at all the positions that you would expect. And obviously some of them are going relatively early, and some of them are further down, the board. Some guys you're trying to figure out just a little bit more about them. You haven't had a lot of exposure to them. Some guys I think you're trying to get medical on, but. I try not to put too much stock into them just because these guys are going all over the place. May not get a chance to get them. The fact that some of these guys' names are getting leaked out there tells me that people aren't too concerned about who knows who's coming in just because these guys are going everywhere.
Yeah.
Jim Wyatt with us, TennesseeTitans.com.
L'Jarius Sneed has been a topic of conversation with the article that Teresa Walker put out. The Titans have had no response on anything that's going on. Obviously, it's a civil suit, right?
Yeah, only thing they have put out, the team, is just that they're aware of the report and certainly doing their own investigation about it. I mean, obviously that's not something you want in the headlines or want to hear any chatter about. So I don't know the details. Obviously in a previous job I would have maybe checked in with attorneys and police and trying to get to the bottom of what happened there. And I'm not doing that anymore. I just hope that hope it's not as it appears.
Aren't you glad you don't have to do that part of the job anymore?
No, I think you liked it. You liked it, didn't you?
I did, yeah. Certainly, I did love parts of it. It's I was just consumed by it, and but yeah, the competitive person in me, and just the way I was kind of raised in that profession, I did kind of enjoy doing it to a point.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird? You've covered the draft forever, but isn't it weird that we haven't had any trades? I mean, Titans aside, but no picks have swapped hands at all.
Yeah, it is, and this seems like if something was moving early, it would have happened by now. That doesn't necessarily mean it had to have been the case, but a lot of times I remember the trade with the Rams that John Robinson orchestrated, and that was a couple of weeks out, and now we're in between that 10-day window, which makes me think that maybe nothing's going to happen. I mean, obviously stuff's going to happen once the draft gets moving, but yeah, you usually see some stuff moving, and it just hasn't happened this year.
Well, we'll see you moving over there next Thursday, but we'll have you on again next Tuesday, one more before the draft, and we'll talk to you then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have to be. I'm traveling to Green Bay late that day, so we can kind of figure out a time. I'm not exactly sure my flight schedule, and not sure of press conference schedule for that day. So we'll, if not Tuesday, we'll do it Wednesday before the draft.
Okay, sounds good. Slade thought you said you were driving to Green Bay. That would be a heck of a trip.
No, I am driving from Milwaukee to Green Bay, so part of the way.
That's not the easiest place to get to for the draft,
No,
right?
it's a nightmare scenario to try to get out of there.
Wow.
That's
So
funny.
I always look forward to the draft, but yeah, it's going to be the logistics are going to be tough for a lot of people because it's a small airport and not a lot of hotel rooms. Luckily, I have a room at the Hampton Inn, not right by the Fox River.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Get going big, Jimmy.
Well, legendary
That's
legendary sports journalist Larry Woody in this town. He would never fly anywhere, so he would be driving to Green Bay. That's for sure. See you, man.
Okay, y'all have a good one.
There he is,
Thanks,
Jim Wyatt.
Jimmy.
Headed to Green Bay. There you go.
Appreciate it, Jim.
When we come back, I mentioned Peter Schrager's top 5 NFL draft wild cards. It's interesting. We'll hit you with that next, and we have the opportunity to take phone calls the rest of the show. 615-737-1045.
Want to tell you about Xfinity Home Security. Xfinity Home gives customers peace of mind with the convenience and the safety of a home security solution that will meet your needs. Here's what they can do. Self-protection, easy to install, self-monitored solution for Xfinity Internet customers, and you can have access to live and recorded video from your Xfinity app. Notifies you in real time when cameras detect motion. So you want to keep an eye on your home when you're away. Maybe you want to keep an eye on your animals when you're away. Xfinity Home Security can help you do that. They also have a professionally installed, professionally monitored home security solution for you as well. 24/7 monitored service, real-time alerts and response times, and that Protection Plus includes a week of 24/7 recorded video in your Xfinity Home app. How about that? You want to get started? Super easy. Call 1-800-XFINITY. Visit Xfinity.com or drop into an Xfinity store today for more details.
Hello, everyone. Big Slay here, and I'm telling you, when the car accidents happen, you need to be on point. On point with what, you're probably asking? The number you're going to call. Let me give you that right now. 615-242-9000. The kids out there driving, you got your permit, turn the radio up so you can hear it. Yes, you can press to talk. You don't have to type. 615-242-9000. Life can change in an instant. Car wreck can throw everything off. Your job, bills, peace of mind, all of that. Your parents probably side-eyeing you like you're not being responsible. But Mom, Dad, it's not my fault. Well, let's take that up. With who? Bart Durham Injury Law. Let them go and fight for you. Blair Durham and his team, they've been fighting for folks in Tennessee for years, making sure insurance companies pay up. No upfront costs, no waiting around, just real people making sure you get what you deserve. That's why you call Blair Durham and the fam. So if you've been injured, don't wait. Call BDIL at 615-242-9000. They're here 24/7 and ready to fight for you. That way you keep Mom and Dad off your back.
evening. It is 5:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. Dolphins and 7-time Pro Bowl cornerback Jalen Ramsey are mutually set to explore trade options. Dolphins GM Chris Greer confirmed this at his pre-draft press conference earlier today. Another retirement in the NFL, 5-time All-Pro, 8-time Pro Bowler Tyron Smith is set to sign a one-day contract with the Dallas Cowboys and retire with the team tomorrow. Tennessee baseball is back in action tonight against Bellarmine to start a 5-game homestand. First pitch is already thrown off in Knoxville, Lindsey Nelson Stadium. For your foundation repair, waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Appreciate you being with us. Hope you've had a great Thursday. Middle of the week is right here upon us.
Right here on us.
Getting close to this draft, y'all. Do you think it's kind of anticlimactic? Because it's pretty obvious about what the Titans are doing.
No!
She's so excited about Cam Ward.
What is wrong with you people?
I like the drama, though, Babs.
No, okay, it is drama. Oh, my gosh. Are you going to get your franchise quarterback for the next 10 years in this draft? Oh, my gosh. This is, how is it anticlimactic? You're the number one overall pick. Number one out of, I cannot with all you people.
There's Don Davenport, y'all.
What up, Babs? See?
Fired up, people. She hit her head today. It's got her going. You do need like a bicycle helmet or something.
I think I do. Now my shoulders hurt.
Oh, no. Here we go.
And so now I think I'm dying. And then you just told me that my eyes look funky.
Yeah, I don't know why you would
I
say
didn't
that.
say funky.
You did say
I
funky.
said, you look like you have a headache. And you said, I do have a headache. And I said, your eyes aren't wide open like they usually are.
Right. So now I'm like,
Babs' eyes.
I almost went to Walmart and bought you like a cheap bicycle helmet to wear during the
I almost
show.
brought you one of my
Would've been
Titans
good.
helmets. It would have looked good on the show.
yeah, it would have.
I've got one with the Oilers logo, and it has the 9 sticker on the back of it.
Oh,
It was
I can't wear that one.
It was that year. Yeah. R.I.P. Mac.
It was that year.
Mac 9. It was the year
See-
after he
Yeah.
passed.
Oh, man. I need y'all to get excited.
You know what, Babs? I'm
Like the
For your-
excitement that you, as a Titans fan, might have a franchise quarterback.
So you're trying to sell hope over here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How
I'm
can
all
you
in.
not be that? This is
Listen,
not
you know me. If you don't have
boring.
hope.
This
if you-
is not. Meh.
Well,
This
it's-
is you have a number one overall pick.
No, it's just a little anticlimactic because you know what's going to happen. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that's a bad thing
But
that they
you
end up with
don't
Cam
always
Ward.
know.
I told y'all where I was with the Hope Train.
Yeah, your roof is still covered.
Yeah, I only have a ticket.
Okay,
The Hope Train just keeps riding by.
listen.
I ain't jumped on yet.
You're not like the guy on the train just hiding in the bathroom.
Listen, I went through this last year.
What a road that kid
And when I
had.
say hope
It's
was
not
high,
comparable.
I know it. I know. Even bingo. You're right, Babs. It is not comparable.
Cousin
At
Eddie.
least I had players out there that were going to give me hope. Signing them in free agency, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold on. See, I'm gonna hold on. But guess what? I just can't find it. I'm searching, looking
You're searching for hope.
deep and wide. And I don't know if it relies in the arm of the quarterback without anybody else. I don't know who else they're going to get.
Well, you got to build around him.
Who?
Next couple of years.
I know, but who?
Free agents and another draft.
I totally agree.
You got 2
I
drafts.
mean, you
We've
have
done that for
more
2
than
years.
one pick.
This is true.
In 10 days, you'll be able to add somebody to him.
Slay, what if they get Burton 3 at 35?
Will the roof come off?
If they can go get Cam Ward, Trey Harris,
You love Trey Harris.
or
Or
maybe
Miss.
Luther Burton.
Mm-hmm. And then maybe like
And
a Dante Thornton
What
later.
about an
and
edge
a
guy
third
for
pick.
Jeff?
And a third pick.
Third round pick? Trade
But
back.
If they can do that, then guess what? Hope will be on the horizon. It won't be back, but it'll be on the horizon.
But I'm confused because if they get a third pick, it's because they traded down in the second round.
I don't know what
do
they're
they
gonna
still end up with Trey Harris or Luther Burden?
This is what I'm trying to tell you. All of that you need to figure out is why I have no hope. Like I can't figure out.
Why do I need to figure it out?
No, you being GM right now.
Oh.
That's why I
That's a
I can't
scary
figure it out. After pick one, then what do? We get hyped for one day.
Now that's even more exciting.
Yeah.
Who are you going to add?
Right. We'll all be talking
Are you
about it
going
all
to give
night.
him a weapon?
And then all day the next day. Friday.
Look at Frank Norris.
Look it. I love it. When
in the chat. No, the Titans are certainly not getting a franchise quarterback for the next 10 years with this number 1 pick. Frank!
How do you know?
How do you know, Frank? Come on, Frank. Come on, Frank. The whole town knows you had a great time. Come on, Frank.
Frank just
Do you not
rolling around.
get that?
I never seen that one.
Old school.
Frank the Tank.
We know you had a good time. Frank, the whole
Babsy.
town knew you had a
Look
good
at
time.
my girl. Hey,
That was good. I didn't catch that.
I ain't see it coming
I
either.
didn't catch that.
That's right.
You are hype about this.
I'm hyped. Come on,
like
Frank. Frank in the chat. He did say the draft is still exciting. Good job, Frank.
615-737-1045.
You're hanging on by a thread, my man.
Just when you thought he had lost you, he pulls you back in,
That's
Babs.
the real me back at Godfather. I'm with that one. I know that one.
I was thinking about watching that little
That's
thing
what
again.
exactly, Knock Trop. That's what I'll be happy about.
What?
If they go get Cam Ward, another receiver, and then my guy Traylon Burks has a hell of a year.
Contract year.
Oh, Jesus.
Now
right,
you don't want to
all
take
right.
the roof off.
You're not,
Okay,
you're not
wait,
actually
wait.
doing this.
Yeah, do you think
The roof is back. The roof
Listen,
is back.
here's a show topic. We need to go down this road. Does Traylon Burks get the 5th-year option?
I'm just saying.
Are you trying to make me vomit?
No, I'm just saying. Like if y'all want me to hope, that's the hope I have.
Okay, he gets a 5th-year option if he's top 5 in yards and touchdowns. this
Okay,
season.
he has one
In the whole
touchdown.
NFL?
He has one touchdown in his career.
Well, guess what? There ain't nobody else in this wide receiver room besides Ridley. So
So hope is there.
Also, I love your vomit sound effect. I really thought you. Has anyone ever done a vomit sound effect better than her?
Babsy got it. Like that should be a voiceover for The Simpsons.
Yeah.
that
would be perfect.
or
for
Beavis and Butthead.
That would be
Are they
perfect.
still a thing?
I don't.
They
think
should
so.
be. They should be coming back. Shut up.
Nailing it.
Shut
Look,
up.
Anthony, Tony.
Shut up,
Tony. But how do
Has
you
done
know
it
he'll
again.
be a franchise quarterback, Babs? How do you know he won't?
That's very true.
The
Hey,
hope
man.
is there.
You
Watch
gotta-
the tape.
you gotta
the
shoot your
potential
shot.
is there.
You got to shoot your shot.
The work ethic is there. The
I will say all that.
ascension is there.
I give them that.
The development has been there. It could be even further. All the pieces are there.
Babs, you know what will make me super hype about this, Yoral? If
I feel like people are just coming at me in the chat on purpose now. This is a symptom of a concussion when you get really agitated.
Oh, yeah, because you never get agitated.
Right.
Only when you have a concussion.
Listen, this is what I'm telling you.
I'm glad somebody got you a water.
Man, if he were coming
turned
into
her
a
whole body
situation,
around.
yeah, she's done. if
She turned her back on the chat.
if Cam Ward were coming into a situation that Will Levis walked into, I would be geeked. If Ryan
Yeah,
Tannehill
but
was
that
here,
didn't work out.
no, but think about the pieces that were in place.
He's got Ridley
to
over
walk
there.
into. No, not now. That don't. This
No,
doesn't.
I'm saying
Yeah,
now.
this doesn't hype me up. I'm saying
Why
back
not?
then.
though? Ridley's good.
Yeah, that's one person.
Once DeAndre Hopkins left, Ridley's game production-wise went, phew.
Because nobody else was there to throw it to.
Hey,
Yeah.
offensive line's better.
Offensive line is much better, Babsy. What if they went and got a running back?
That's
in
what
the second round?
I had a dream that they
Say that.
drafted Ashton Genty.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go much higher than your dream, your.
No, I had him trading back and getting him at like 9
Yeah, let's not dream like that.
because New Orleans came up.
As Greg Cosell said, you need better dreams.
He did say that to me. I texted him. I said, I had a dream the Titans traded back and got Genty. He's like, you need better dreams.
Yeah, I think Jim Nance said, so why so many critics against Cam is number one? I don't think it's a lot. I think everybody is all in on Cam is number one.
Well, here's the thing with fans. No matter
No,
who.
go look at the chat right now.
she won't do it. No matter who the Titans were thinking about at number one, there's going to be part of the fan base is like, that guy's going to be a star for the next 10 years. And there's going to be part of the fan base, that guy can't play. This is ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. This is just one of those things.
Yeah.
So when they draft Cam Ward, that'll be the reaction. It'll be all, yes and no.
So can we get 3 wins and it still be a hype, hopeful season?
3 wins. Over under 5.5.
What we get last year?
Honestly, it depends on what it looks like.
Right.
And we said that with Levis last year.
We did.
It depends on what it looks like. Like, you could only win 3 games,
what it was.
but if it looked better,
Yeah.
then you're in a different spot.
Right.
Like, it looked like an absolute Shiano show.
Like
last
if
year.
Cam Ward goes out there and he's like balling, they're having fun, but they're just losing close
If it was
games.
like Will
they're
Levis,
losing
if it
close
was like
games.
Will
Can't put it
Levis was the
together.
year before.
Defense can't stop anybody because, they didn't fill Harold Landry's shoes like Big Jeff wants them
So
to
they're
fill,
losing games 33-30.
Or, yeah, right.
615-737-1045 if you want in.
Would you, if you're a Titans fan?
Exciting football.
Sign me up.
Yeah, with hope, with a quarterback that's
With
dealing.
hope.
No question.
Where all you have to do is get the other pieces, and then all of a
If we
sudden,
get a quarterback that's dealing, we getting some wins.
you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Because the defense ain't
You
gonna,
look at the
defense
schedule.
ain't gonna be that garbage just to get.
I
Be that
mean,
garbage.
well,
Just thought it was a fun sentence.
what happens with L'Jarius Sneed?
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be ready.
What are the Roger McCreary rumors?
Listen, man.
That's the other part.
Listen.
Roger McCurry tweeted that it wasn't about football.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Jerry Sneed stuff is off
I'm
field
gonna start
now.
tweeting stuff like that.
But the Snead thing, like,
Not
they
about-
said there were cameras in the
Yeah,
parking
it's
lot.
off field for right now.
If they had Snead on camera firing a gun, we'd have already been dealing with that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, they do have somebody firing a
That's
gun.
what I'm saying.
just
Somebody's
can't-
on. Yeah,
They have a
can't
camera, but
say.
if they knew it was Snead,
It'll be odd. Yeah, this will be odd.
they'd have him locked up.
Yeah. You would hope. Yeah.
100%, yeah.
All right, Ali and Keith, hang tight. If you want in, 615-737-1045.
Yeah. Come stream with us. Sometimes it is time to. You know what? Yeah.
What is going on over
I
there?
don't know. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. That's what's up. That's what's going on. I'm about to get a new door, I think next week or the week after. I can't remember, but I'm pumped about it. And if you were getting a new door from Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, you'd be pumped about it too because they're awesome. I know it's not the sexiest upgrade in your home. Windows and doors. It's not. We all get it. But sometimes you have to do it and the warmer temperatures are on the way. And maybe your windows are failing you. I got you covered. I did all the research for you. I chose Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. I love them and they are phenomenal. And I'm giving you a deal. It's called the Dawn Deal. That's all you have to ask for. And for April, it's pretty good. 55% off qualifying installations and no interest if paid in full within 12 months, no promo payments due, plus you get an additional $250 off your project. So schedule your free consultation. Check out the Dawn Deal. That's all you have to tell them is that's what you want. Dawn said, give me the deal. PellaNashville.com.
3HL 1045, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. We mentioned The Accountant earlier. Great film if you haven't seen it. Very different. Very different.
Very good. Very great, actually.
Very great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anna Kendrick is the actress that was in that movie that we were trying to think of. I always get her, Emma Stone, and Emily Blunt all mixed up, even though none of them are similar to the other.
No, they're not.
I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know. All three are great, though.
It's in 40X. So it's going to be action-packed right there.
Okay.
You know, the chairs shaking like a roller coaster.
So The Accountant 2, she's not in it.
Nah.
Mookie
Betts had
Cynthia Addai Robinson's in it.
Okay, Cynthia.
J.K. Simmons is in it.
Oh, J.K. Just kidding.
Ben Affleck.
Main guy.
What?
I don't know any of
You
this.
need to, Babsy.
You don't know who
You're
Ben
missing
Affleck
out on
is?
so many great movies. You come on, Babs, you got to get on this, man.
You know, like back in the day, like in the
roll into-
Renaissance era, people like painted and read, novels and poetry and stuff. We watch movies and TV shows.
I know what to do.
I don't.
We get ready to go to Atlanta soon, and I'm gonna see if I can get the Sprinter van from Savage each day.
You say soon. It's like the middle of July.
That's soon. That's right around the corner. We'll be at.
Hey, they released the Barrett Sleeve released the days for everybody.
For SEC Media Days.
For SEC
Today.
Media
He
Days.
released it this afternoon.
Oh, I'm about to fly. I'm not driving with y'all.
What? I'm driving the Sprinter. We can get the Sprinter from Ramon. That's cool.
Remember? We rode in the Sprinter before and watched
Yeah,
Pulp
come on,
Fiction
Babsy.
That's just because there wasn't a direct flight there for me.
to Birmingham.
This lady.
I'm kidding. I'll ride with y'all.
All right. There you
Well, that sounds like someone who was kidding.
go. Right.
Is very excited to be with us.
Yeah.
But he brings it up because he's going to pick a movie for you to watch.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
movie?
Don't worry. Just get in there.
I have to know the movie before I commit to riding with y'all.
What is showing in the Sprinter van on the ride down? If I don't approve, I'm flying.
Yeah, I do what I want
Oh,
to do.
Ramon's in the chat. He said you definitely can get the
See,
Sprinter
Savage?
van.
See? There we go. Now we on.
Well, Savage needs to be there too.
What are you going to come down if he ain't working?
He needs to work. He needs to set up. And,
Oh, yeah. I'm with that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Arcade Dub. Y'all think y'all can let him go? 4 days?
I mean,
Oh, is he going to go with us?
That'd be pretty dope.
I love how we're making radio station decisions. On the
Yeah,
air.
I've been-
Paul
I've been
Mason's
telling-
like, wait a minute.
I've
Don't I
been
have a
telling
say in
Mace
this?
he needs to be there. Especially
he
now
does.
he got Vol
Y'all can
Network.
share a room.
He definitely
Oh,
needs
yeah.
to be there.
We'll get a suite with Savage involved.
Oh, man.
It'll be easy. Penthouse.
Yeah, it's easier in Atlanta than Birmingham
Be like
to get that
Hangover.
kind of thing.
Lincoln Lawyer is classic, too. That's right.
That is great.
Or we can stay at the Davenports.
And eat at the restaurant.
I'm not
So
staying.
this-
I'm not staying there.
Why?
Oh, no, I'm putting you in the doll room.
No, she's got those dolls that she used
I'm
to
going
do
to have my mom
ventriloquism
set
with.
them all up in the
No,
room.
those
and be
dolls
like,
come to
this
life
is
at night.
Mayor's room.
I'm
That's a good
telling you, man,
time, dog.
it's dark in Buff's house. Not a creature is stirring, except for those weird ass dolls that are going down the hall. I'm out.
I got a really old, creepy looking one, too.
I will sleep on Radio Row. I'll guard the equipment. 615-737-1045. I just did a mock draft on Pro Football Focus.
Talk to me.
It's changed a little bit. See what you think about my mock draft that I did during the break. I took Cam Ward, number 1, okay? Jaden Higgins, wide receiver from Iowa State, ran a 4.47.
That is who,
He's been mocked a couple of times.
I think McShay, maybe somebody else. Two people, Jaden Higgins has been mocked to the Titans.
At 35.
You didn't trade down at all?
Oladejo, it's too hard to work trades on this. Oladejo, the edge rusher from UCLA in the 4th round.
Love it. I love it. I love this draft.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Okay. He was an A+, by the way, that pick.
You took Cam Ward, Higgins.
And then Oladejo, the edge rusher, who they've had as a top 30 visit.
Skip over the 3rd round. No 3rd round pick. Yeah. Go ahead.
Kyle Williams, wide receiver, Washington State, in the 4th round.
Think it'll be there?
Maybe. Then I went running back, Trevor Etienne from Georgia.
I ain't mad.
Not mad.
I love this draft.
This
You
is
do?
pretty
Yeah.
solid so far, y'all.
Slay's going to be in bed with this one, so to speak. I don't know why I said that, but
Oh, give me a blanket, pillow.
center Seth McLaughlin from Ohio State
You know I like him.
I know.
Yeah, I'm absolutely on board for that.
Defensive lineman Cameron Jackson from Florida.
Let me look him up.
I mean, what are you in now? Fifth?
Sixth.
Sixth.
Yeah. Cameron Jackson?
Yeah, and then safety R.J. Mickens from Clemson, sixth. You know what this grade? So Cam Ward was a B. Higgins was a B+.
That's bonk.
Oladejo was an A+. Kyle Williams was an A+. ETN was a B+. Seth McLaughlin was an A. Cameron Jackson was an A. R.J. Mickens was an A+. My draft? A.
Yeah.
And honestly, I disagree with the B rating for.
I'm going to go to Kane Prime and eat a
overall,
steak.
so.
I got an A on my Pro Football Focus.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you for them picks.
Yeah.
But guess what? I'm walking away saying, man, good draft. We still need a lot more pieces.
Of course,
You're right.
Yeah.
Yep. You're right.
Hey, as you said, they didn't get here in one day.
They sure didn't.
Or 3 days.
No, it was 3 years worth
yes.
of crappy first round
Isaiah
picks.
Wilson was, 4 years ago?
It was Isaiah Wilson, then
Yeah, it was
Caleb
COVID.
Farley, then your boy.
Traylon Burks.
Yeah.
At least he's still on the At least he's still on the team.
She got her head in her hands.
I don't want to
At least he's still on the team, Babsy.
You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and
My
Twitch.
pick.
Yeah, on IR.
Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Let's go to the phones. Ali, what's up?
What's up, guys? How are y'all?
Good, man.
Just rolling.
Good. Long time no talk with you guys.
Yeah.
But I've got a really good question. Don, I get all the hope. You guys know me. I love the Titans good through and through, no matter what the situation is. But yes, Cam Ward is a dog, and we need a franchise quarterback, and he's going to be good. He's going to be good, hopefully. But they still have a coaching problem. Like the coaching staff, I fully don't expect this coaching staff to be here under Cam Ward's second season.
It's definitely possible. It's definitly possible. But
yeah.
you understand that people usually get more than 1 year, right?
Correct. I totally get that. But the thing is, when Brian Callahan was brought here, he was brought in with, I'm so excited to coach Will Levis. I'm a quarterback whisperer, blah, 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 blah. And we saw the product that happened last year. Where is the confidence that Cam Ward is going to be him?
No, I think
Brian Callahan can develop him though.
I think with the part about Will Levis, I think Will Levis had a lot of people fooled.
Will Levis had Callahan fooled.
He damn sure fooled me too.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be fooled. I believed that he was Nathaniel, and he fooled me into believing that he wasn't Nathaniel. And then all of a sudden,
He flipped and flipped back. Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled the mask off Shaggy, and it was Will Levis under there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I mean, absolutely. When he was in Kentucky, he definitely wasn't Nathaniel and all that. But the thing is, is Brian Callahan really a coach that can actually develop
Did
a
you think
quarterback?
Cam Ward was a Nathaniel at any point in his college career when you saw him?
Absolutely not. Cam Ward is a dog.
That's what I'm saying. So you at least giving him something to work with. We walked into Will Levis giving Callahan something to work with nothing to work with for real.
With a really bad offensive line.
Yeah.
Really bad offensive line.
That's my only point against what you're saying, Ali.
Well,
but
here's
I feel what you're saying.
So let me ask you
here's
this.
my other.
Go, Babs.
Let me ask y'all this.
Don't go.
So when Mike Vrabel comes into town and beats the Titans with Drake May and everything like that, is Amy going to make another emotional decision and fire Callahan right there?
Well, it depends on what it looks like, Ali. That's my whole thing too. But I will say this to your point about Callahan. We also have to remember he was a first-time head coach last year. First-time head coach, first-time play caller, all wrapped up into one with a really crappy offensive line and a quarterback that made terrible decisions on his own, to the point where the coach was like, what the beep are you doing on national TV, which is what all the Titans fans were saying at that exact same moment. So don't blame Callahan there. But so to your point, Ali, I think Brian Callahan will be better this year. I think he'll be in a better position. Right. Yes, a better position. He'll know what he can do well. He'll know how to lean on his staff a little bit more. He'll learn and know from a play calling standpoint with, I honestly felt like Callahan was a little limited in what he felt he could do offensively because he did not trust his quarterback.
I mean,
because after the first 3 games, Will Levis busted any trust up that Brian Callahan had in him.
If you just watch the 90-minute thing with A to Z Sports, you'll understand exactly what Dawn just said. He completely lost trust in him. And there was a disconnect in terms of what Brian Callahan wants to do with the offense and what he learned about Will Levis and his strengths. So it was a disconnect's the best word that I can think of. And certainly, thank you, Ali. Appreciate it. Good to hear from you.
I mean, I think it's a good conversation.
No, absolutely.
And I think it's
For
a fair conversation, too, because you have to remember if they do draft Cam Ward, he's coming in. He's still a rookie.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know 3 months ago, I'm like, I want Kirk Cousins, and I want them to draft Cam Ward, and I want Cam Ward to sit behind Kirk Cousins for a little bit and learn because he's still a rookie quarterback. Now, everybody, I know, you all call me crazy. You're all out on it, whatever. But what I'm saying is we still have to remember, regardless, this quarterback that they draft is still a rookie and is still going to come in with a whole lot of holes in that offense.
But
luckily, hopefully, offensive line will be better.
But you still need to see the steps going forward. Like, it is some developing going on. Like, you start to see what we never got to see last year is the advancing of the playbook. Mm-hmm. Like the opening up of the playbook for the reasons that you just said, and what you were talking about, Babsy.
Don't you think he felt like he couldn't?
Yeah, and I do think, like, with him being a first-time head coach, getting a rookie coming in, like with Cam Ward, he understands, like, hey, man, I got to really go and pour into this guy and get him to understand this is the way we're going to go. First 2 weeks, next 2 weeks, next 2 weeks. By the time we get to week 7, week 8, like, we ought to be expanding the playbook. It ought to be extensive.
Like the Commanders did with Jaden Daniels.
Exactly.
But here's another difference, too, because
regardless if they don't have the pieces, we should still be seeing plays where we like, dang, dog, just imagine if they had a receiver right there. Mm-hmm. Dude just can't catch.
Here's another thing to consider, too. These guys came into a situation where Will Levis was already here.
Yes.
They've done their evaluation
of who they
on
want.
Cam Ward and all of the other quarterbacks to fit with what they want to do, and they will have decided that this is the guy. It's a completely different situation.
Yeah, and to DeMario in the chat, he said, talk about it, Slade, that playbook was stuck on the first page. Not only was it stuck on the first page, it was on the first page, and you know what they did?
Yeah.
Ripped that page out, closed the book, and said, hey, man, listen, we're just going to go in the dirt.
He said it in that interview.
Like,
if you watch the Cincinnati.
You should definitely go listen to that interview if you haven't.
Yep. He said Levis, he likes, like, his skill set is push the ball down the field. And so that closed off a lot of what they wanted to do.
It did.
And so it was 9 routes and it was comebacks. And, I mean, he went into detail about that.
The offensive line closed off.
That was part of it, too. So now you're coming back with that. But you also understand, I think, the speed of it, how you need to call. And, man, that's the biggest point. And we ain't even talked about him being able to go and get his guy. Like, we understand what Borgonzi, Brinker, everybody wants, but it's all about, at the same time, dog, Callahan, what do you need to be successful? What do you need to go get? And it's a quarterback.
They've been able to do months of research.
They're going to be going quick.
And their due diligence on this guy. They have chosen him.
This is your guy.
Yeah.
And them joint practices.
If that's what they do.
If they pick him.
Yeah, if that's what they do.
If they don't, then
that tells you a lot, too.
Hell yeah, Brinker and them want their guy. And it ain't Callahan. If they just go get whoever they want.
I do wonder how much say Callahan has, because to Ollie's point, his job is on the line. So, like, Borgonzi and Brinker are going to get another year.
Yes.
Callahan may not. So, how much say does Callahan have? You can't give him carte blanche to make that pick, which I'm sure they didn't. But this whole thing is interesting when you start to unpeel the onion.
Now, that's the exciting part that I'm with you on the draft, baby.
Hey!
Came around. See how it took a minute? The train just kept going by, but I found it.
You jumped
on? Do you have a roof?
I have a roof right now.
Can I just get, like, a sample?
I'm trying, Babs.
Just a sample, Zeph.
We ain't heard it in like 2 years. It still got the same.
It's there.
It still
It's
got
there.
the same. Oh,
You almost
it's
got
ready.
your shoulder going.
The people ready. I'm telling you, dog. Man, we.
Did I kill it?
Yeah, you
Did I kill it?
Oh,
You
wait.
killed it.
No, your shoulder gets going on the Justin Timberlake
Yeah, that's
song.
bringing sexy back.
Yeah.
Sex, don't worry about sexy right now. We're just trying to get. Yeah, that's cool. But
It's
don't
almost
even-
summertime,
Yeah,
Slay.
don't even worry about that. The real focus got to be on trying to get out there with no roof, because nobody will be able to see me with my shirt off if we riding with a roof.
Hey, Jael wrote something interesting in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Why does Brinker
This is
keep
once
getting...
every 4 months. Give it to us, John.
I know. Why does Brinker keep getting a pass?
That is terrific question.
Mm-hmm.
Terrific question. Because I think
Well, what do you want
He's
people to
been
do,
here.
though? Like,
yes.
Callie, Rand Carthon is the
Yep.
one that was gone. Brinker was here.
Yes, he was. Yeah, absolutely right. Because it's management, and we don't necessarily see the face of like who's. That's why we go back to what's the hierarchy, who's in control.
Right,
Right
so-
now it's Borgonzi that's out there
so
now.
if Burke is running the non-football stuff, which he is,
Right. Mm-hmm.
and Brinker is running the football stuff, which he is, that change just happened.
Yeah. But
So-
on the surface at the same time, I'm still not thinking about if something goes wrong, that's not the first person I'm thinking about. First is going Callahan, then it's Borgonzi.
I still would
And
love
we've
to
been
know.
with them coming in there.
What's
Then
that,
Breaker.
what's that true serum they give him in movies and stuff? Like, I forget.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can take the Matrix pill too.
What's
you-
the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
Ceramic.
If you listened to the show earlier today, you know what we're
Serum.
Take some ceramic. It'll make you tell the truth.
True Lies. Arnold
True
Schwarzenegger.
Lies. Yep.
Yeah, and y'all say I don't watch movies.
Babs, it's early 90s.
A long time ago, dude. That was probably some weird date at Auburn.
I was going to say, Babs, that was so long.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, True Lies.
I love you.
Y'all didn't even let me go where I needed to go with the true serum. How much of this is Brinker? How much of it is Borgonzi? Like
I'm
if
leaning
there's
way-
100% and I need to figure out the percentage of collaboration, there's your word. What's the percentage?
70 Brinker.
That's what I think too. Now, publicly, it'll all go to Borgonzi, I think.
Yeah, and that ain't fair.
Good, bad,
That
and
ain't
different.
fair on this one. Good.
Gouda cheese? You're making me hungry again.
Good or bad. Like, dog, good or bad.
We have lost
Regardless, dog.
it. What? Remember these days at school, man? When you got like 20 minutes left of class?
Usually, Babs is not here. This is in the fall all year long.
Yeah, but this is concussion Babsy because she can't take control.
This is concussion Babsy. I'm like,
She goes right along with us.
whatever.
Gouda. She laughed at Gouda.
Yeah.
Gouda bad. So we'll be right back.
I did like it.
I want to tell you about my friends, the Iamaleava family at Brentwood Jewelry. This is where you need to go. You got all kinds of gifting responsibilities throughout the course of the year. Mother's Day coming up, graduation's coming up. Brentwood Jewelry can help you out. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. BrentwoodJewelry.com is the website. I heard Slay talking about pre-owned Rolexes. They've got an incredible selection there. You can check them out online, BrentwoodJewelry.com. If you haven't already heard, Nashville's premier timepiece dealer is Brentwood Jewelry. Not only do they have the best selection in watches, they're also the go-to spot for pre-owned Rolexes, as I mentioned, vintage and current models. You can own a fine pre-owned Rolex for a fraction of the cost, and every watch has been meticulously serviced to ensure the highest level of performance and is presented with a 2-year warranty. Brentwood Jewelry, here to help you pop the question. Let them help you take the stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings or talk with their custom design specialist to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. 7012 Church Street, in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. BrentwoodJewelry.com.
Hello, everyone. Big Slay here, and I'm telling you, when the car accidents happen, you need to be on point. On point with what, you're probably asking. The number you're going to call. Let me give you that right now. 615-242-9000. The kids out there driving, you got your permit, turn the radio up so you can hear it. Yes, you can press to talk. You don't have to type. 615-242-9000. Life can change in an instant. A car wreck can throw everything off. Your job, bills, peace of mind, all of that. Your parents probably side-eyeing you like you're not being responsible. But Mom, Dad, it's not my fault. Well, let's take that up. With who? Bart Durham Injury Law. Let them go and fight for you. Blair Durham and his team, they've been fighting for folks in Tennessee for years, making sure insurance companies pay up. No upfront costs, no waiting around, just real people making sure you get what you deserve. That's why you call Blair Durham and the fam. So if you've been injured, don't wait. Call BDIL at 615-242-9000. They're here 24/7 and ready to fight for you. That way you keep Mom and Dad off your back.
Round and round, round it go. 3HL 1045, The Zone, Tupac Tuesday. Coming up, the 3HL bingo card. Actually, I have some material today.
Back to all respect to those who break their necks to keep they in check. Majorly. I don't know why your girl keeps
He's paging me. Nobody's paging anybody anymore, Tupac.
No, they're not, Pop.
You think he's still alive, Tupac?
Absolutely.
Doctors get paged, don't they?
They don't get paged.
No, no more, Zeph.
There's no pagers anymore.
Yeah, who's carrying the pages?
No, they
Zeph?
straight
Also,
get
why is a
called.
23-year-old arguing for pagers? What do you know about pagers?
I know you wore 'em on your belt or on your hip.
That right there was.
Your back jean
Well, I'm on
pocket.
your belt, on your hip.
I had a pink one in high school.
You had a pink pager?
Did you have a code?
Like hashtag.
Yeah.
Look, hashtags started way back then.
Yeah, they sure did. I ain't even
Look
think
at your
about that.
mind is just blown. I
My
saw
mind
that
is
happen in your
blown.
Mine was
head.
pound 35.
Mine was pound 3434.
Also, younger people, that's why when hashtags first started, we all said pound because of pagers
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and not
I
hashtags.
mean, it just all.
Clicked.
Yeah.
Glad we could do that for you today.
Listen, see, we are
Listen.
the original trendsetters.
Yes,
It's
we
not
are.
all Gouda bad. Weasley.
Tarsha said, Gouda or Babs.
Bubs, Gouda Babs.
Good or
I
bad?
appreciate Tasha. She's been in here today.
She's been rolling
Yeah.
today.
She's funny.
Even through my mistake and everything.
She's rocking with us.
War Eagle Dawn, Tracy says.
I said Wally.
Wally.
You said
I
what?
said War Eagle back.
Holy cow.
War
Is that
Eagle
not the best indicator that something's not right
That
with
was
her,
good.
that she
That was
can't even
good.
say War Damn Eagle?
That's my girl. She's ready.
I'm worried about you going to sleep tonight.
Don't tell me that. Now I'm going to make Mr. Babs take me to the hospital.
Just stay up all night.
No, make Mr. Babs stay up all night. Tell him he can drink as much bourbon as he wants. Just stay up.
Okay, he won't stay up if he does that.
Just tell him, keep looking forward to the next one. Oh, me. 615-737-1045. Darrington out east. Darrington, what up?
There you go.
Happy WrestleMania week, people. I hope y'all having a good one.
It sure is.
Yeah. So we got Easter Sunday, we got 420 Sunday. Bring your kids out the sky zone and let the kids jump on Easter if you want to get rid of them for a moment. Just something random.
That's a wild
you
place,
guys,
man.
yeah, I know. Y'all was talking about dogs and stuff earlier. Hey, Babs, maybe you should get baby Babs a little Barbie. You know what I'm saying? Set it off for greatness. We all trying to strive for greatness. Why not?
A
We're all a
Barbie?
witness. Love Barbie. I just hate
you
Barbie.
know what LaBarbie is,
Love Barbie.
Huh?
Yeah.
LeBron got a LaBarbie.
Are you serious? He has
Yes,
a
and they already
Barbie?
sold it. And they already sold out.
Sold out, yeah.
It's him. Maybe he sold
Yeah.
it.
Is it is it a LeBron doll?
Yes.
I
Yes,
gotta
and it's
Google
made by
this.
Barbie. Yes, love Barbie.
Hey, she loves basketball.
Oh my
See,
gosh,
hey.
I really did. Look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's $175.
It's a real thing, Babs.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yes.
Gosh, I really thought
Real
you were
thing,
going to
Babs.
F-bomb right there.
Uh-huh.
Who the hell is paying $175 for a doll?
How much were your ventriloquist dolls?
Those are like real intricate large things.
That's what,
Yeah, $179.99 at Walmart.
I mean, that's so crazy. All right.
I tried to get 2 of them. So, hey, I'm on the wait list right now.
Oh my
But it's okay.
gosh. Okay.
but it's okay.
He's wearing like a Letterman's jacket.
Yeah. It's gonna have more clothing and stuff to come with it. But he's the first of many.
better have
Everybody's gonna be in
something
line to
to
be able to get a LaBarbie. I guess he could say he got one up on Mike, huh? The first one with a LaBarbie?
I mean, yeah, I guess you're right.
La Barbie.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
I know you're going to go watch the movie tonight,
Yes.
but you also know what else is coming on tonight, right?
Yeah, the playing game. We remember making
Yeah.
a parlay right now.
Oh, okay. So what are we doing? Is it going to be Grizzlies? Does Golden State finally get a play-in win and move on? I just want to know.
I think Jimmy Butler comes and plays tonight, and he makes a difference, and they're going to get over the hump.
With the thigh contusion.
With the thigh contusion, yes.
Okay. Because I know Jerry Jackson, they said that he's eligible for a contract at the end of this year, and Josh supposedly said that he's the face of the franchise. So I know he's playing for a contract. I know Josh going to be playing for a contract. So from them going from 2 to 4, firing the coach and all that, I think Memphis has a lot on the line. So them going down, and then that means they would have to win, be the 8th, and then play OKC in the first round.
That's right. Yep, that's a
I think
tough
I like them chances with Houston better, but hey. And then, all right, I got a football question for you guys. Y'all excited about the draft for this year, but they're not going to be good until the year after. You know how to explain that?
I agree with that.
Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, dude.
That's my only problem. I'm trying to hold on to next year. That's my only problem. If anybody wanted to see some young stars tonight,
Yeah.
this would be the opportunity. Paolo Banchero, one of Babsie's Dookies.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing against Trae Young in the play-in game. Keep your eye on him, man. I said it 2 years ago. Dude was going to be a hell of a star, and keep your eye on him tonight.
Hawks Magic.
Yep.
Aren't you proud that I knew that matchup was happening today?
I know the play-in game's been around a while now, but are you still good with it? I mean, seriously, you play like 8 trillion games, and we're gonna have a play-in game?
Yeah, they need to figure it out. They need to come in there going after it.
I feel like they couldn't figure it out, so they did this.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I know. I just made
like the NCAA figured out a long time ago that athletes should get paid, but they couldn't figure out how to do it, so they did nothing.
I just made a $25 bet to get you $484. Draymond Green over 10.5 rebounds. Steph Curry 5+ made threes. Draymond Green over 6.5 rebounds. Draymond Green over 5.5 assists. Trae Young 10+ assists. Paolo Banchero over 25 points.
So how much gets you? How much? $25
get you $509.79.
Huh. Okay. 3HL bingo card. We were talking about Zeph getting fired from Cracker Barrel. No one is bigger than the barrel.
Nobody's bigger than
I
the
am.
barrel.
That was in the chat.
Yeah,
That was the best comment ever.
I think it was Jonathan that wrote that. Bab said they 86'd you.
That was great.
Ceramic.
He gone. Ceramic, baby. That's a new slayism.
Ceramic made it onto the bingo card today.
It'll hang around, too.
And is it good or bad?
Good or bad?
Wednesday edition coming up tomorrow. We will have Coach Mack. We'll have Todd Furman. We will be at Twin Peaks at Rivergate.
Yes, come on out there and see us get the hangover burger with me.
3 until 6. We love y'all, man. Appreciate you guys, including us in your day. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Have a great night on this beautiful evening. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless you were Cracker Barrel standing on business and getting rid of Zeph.
He gone.
Keith, got it done.
What the hell is 3HL?